rigor, relationships, relevance. That's the Kane County School District. Keys of the game you see for these teams. We've been talking about it all pregame, but let's put it just a couple of ways.
Line of scrimmage is going to be the key to the game. Now, the outliers will be turnovers, field position, just those, the luck kind of plays or the luck of the draw. But in the end, it's going to be line of scrimmage against these two teams.
Yes, it is. So we'll watch that line of scrimmage play here today. And obviously you look at Beaver, Maverick, Albrecht, just another phenomenal season, leading, kind of anchoring that line, especially with Titan Hunter being out.
Right.
Braden Johnson was a man amongst boys last week in the semifinal for Kanab, and anchoring that side of things for Kanab. And they've got, obviously, not just those two on each team, but both of them have very good lines.
They do have good lines, both experienced lines.
Yes.
And so you've got some great players on both sides of the ball, multiple year starters. Most of these lines played last year in the same game.
Yes.
So not new for them. And for the Beaver side, this is their fourth straight championship game. These young men have never not played in this game.
Yeah, correct.
So
Beaver will be kicking off right to left across your radio dial, TV, and computer screen, with Kanab returning left to right, and the Beavers defending the south end zone. Kanab in the red jerseys with the silver letters and numbers and the silver, white, and red pants, and Beaver in the white jerseys with the blue letters and numbers and the white helmets, and Kanab in the silver helmets here for this 1A state championship game as we get the word from the official, and we are set and ready to go. The opening kickoff, the 1A state title, is in the end zone. So Kanab will bring it out to the 20-yard line to start their opening drive of this state title game.
Yeah, stiff wind coming out of the south.
Yes.
So, probably 15, 20 miles an hour. It's a good one. You could hear it on your interviews.
Yes, you could hear it. And it's opposite of last week. Last week it was coming out of the north.
Yeah.
But it's still a windy day that day as well.
Better for fans. South wind's better for fans.
Yes, it is way better for fans. So Kanab with it on their own 20-yard line to start this opening drive. They do bring out, notably, Deegan Swap rolls out of the game. Mm-hmm. So they're going to go with two receivers to the right as they bring both Williams and Brown to the right as the Cowboys break the huddle.
Maybe something tricky on this first play.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Blomquist the wing to left. Vrosco in the gun. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Gubler. Going to roll out. Looks. Pumps. Now going to throw deeper. Has a man caught by Glover. And he'll go out of bounds at about the 40-yard line for a Lumber Plus first down.
Yeah, credit Brogan Vrosco as he did one pump fake, but there's a flag on the play.
There is.
But he extended that out and gave time for Glover to come clear.
Ooh, he might have been across the line of scrimmage. Both his feet came to the 20-yard line when he delivered the football.
Walt, one more time if you don't mind.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that again. Appreciate Walt Kirksick on the controls here today.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's what it is. Both feet were on the 20 and his arm was in front of it.
Yep.
And so it will be a penalty here on the Cowboys to bring it back.
Yeah, loss of down. Is it 10 yards or 5? It's 10, right? No, it's just 5.
They only went.
Actually, it's 5 from the place.
From the spot. So he was half a yard past the line, so it just takes him to the 15.5-yard line.
There you go.
That the loss of down is the big one.
It is.
Receiver wide left, wing to the right. Shotgun handoff to Gubler, trying to find nowhere to go as the Beaver defense stuffs him. Gain of a yard is all.
Yeah, no, right in there is. You've got Maverick, Albrecht, and Betancourt just swallowed that up right in the middle.
They'll put it right on the 17, it looks like. So a gain of a yard and a half. We'll call it 2. Rick Robinson, appreciate him tuning in. 5-yard penalty, loss of down from the spot of the throw. So there you go.
5-yard penalty. I appreciate Rick. That's something you don't see very often,
right.
So I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, especially when these two teams play, you don't see it very often.
So I guess if you throw a forward pass 6 yards downfield, it's a gain of 1.
That's right.
Wow, interesting. Big
Roscoe
down.
in the gun. 3 receivers bunched tight right. Looking to his left. He's going to throw for Brown. Goes up and unable to reel it in. Breaking it up defensively, Max Albrecht.
Yeah, Max Albrecht played that perfectly. Had position, stayed right where he was supposed to be, and was able to knock that out. Brown, a super talented receiver on that outside edge.
So that will make it now 4th down and about 13 for the Cowboys. Punt team comes out. Of course, they just use their quarterback as their punter, which allows the defense to go through the center because he doesn't drop a full 10. They get the snap off. Kick is away. And that's going to bounce to the 50-yard line, take a high bounce, picked up by Wolf, gets hit, and down he goes. Good coverage by the Cowboys, but Beaver with great field position near midfield.
Yeah, Wolf was smart to grab that. Didn't have a lot of running room, but that goes down another 5-10 yards, so save space, and Beaver with good field position.
47-yard line is where they will have it. Deegan Swap on the tackle for Kanab. One of the things that Coach Kortenberg did mention off the air to me, not off the record, just off the air, was that he was really impressed with Jex Bradshaw last week for Beaver and how well he blocked especially. The Beavers come out throwing as they connect with Emmett Lurth, Orton to Lurth across midfield into Cowboy territory.
Yeah, Lurth made a nice out route as he cut down and then out, and right on the money as he does an in and then cut back out. And Orton right on the 9 yards.
Look at both teams. First play of the game, they both passed.
Strange.
Second down and 1 now for the Beavers at the Kanab 44-yard line. Tight formation here for the Beavers. Double wing set. Orton takes a snap. Hands off right side to Blackner. He's going to get enough for a first down, but no more. Needed one, got one.
Yeah, not much there. As I'm trying to see who actually made the... it was a trip, actually. Just kind of tripped as he went through.
They do confirm that it is a first down as the nose of the football just reaching the 43-yard line. 42-yard line, excuse me. That's where they end up putting it. So 1st and 10 at the Kanab 42. Two receivers to the left. Shotgun formation for Orton. Takes a snap. Drops the pass again. Throws the underneath. That's going to be caught by Lurth. Defense playing way back, and Lurth is able to pick up a Riverstone Contractors first down inside the 30.
Yeah, well-thrown ball. That's a tough ball for Orton to throw as he turns from his left with that left hand. Throws it over on the edge, and Lurth just stopped. He had all kinds of daylight.
13-yard gain, 1st and 10. Call Pete at Riverstone Plumbing and Heating at 896-6264. At the Kanab 29-yard line. Going to stay with that tight set, double wing. Orton under center. Takes a snap. Gives right side to Blackner. Able to keep moving forward as he gets brought down to the 26-yard line for a gain of 3.
Yeah, gain of 3. Great job by number 64, Levi Stewart, on the tackle.
Ooh, and they actually moved that one back a yard, back to the 27-yard line, so just a pickup of 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah, Stewart actually had to fight off a block to make the tackle.
Two receivers left, wing to the right, Orton in the gun, takes a snap, rolling to his left. Looking downfield, now just tucks it to run. Gets hit low, breaks the tackle. Inside the 25 is where he's forced out of bounds. Big run from Davin Orton.
Such a tough runner. And Orton never shies away from contact. I think coaches would like him to, but he dropped his shoulder and went right into that.
Yes, he did. It looked like he was going to get brought down. It's a good hit by, is it Swap that makes, no, it's Glover that makes the hit.
Yeah.
But Orton runs through
Orton
it.
got low and then absorbed the contact.
So 3rd down and 4, excuse me.
Another big down. 9:15 left in the first.
Lurth will come wide left. Wing to the right, Orton under center. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, drops the pass, gets hit, and down he goes.
Ball's loose.
Ball's loose, and Kanab says they have it. Big hit from Kenan Verosco, and the Cowboys recover on the turnover.
Yeah, timely blitz, and he came off the edge untouched. That's the blindside hit, and Orton never was able to see the player coming. First turnover of the game.
It favors the Cowboys as the Beavers were moving very effectively, and now Kanab takes over with 9:09 to go here in quarter number 1 on their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, and momentum. Momentum switches quickly.
Big hit from Verosco.
High school football momentum's really almost everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's you get on a roll, it matters.
Brown goes wide left, the wing to the left. Verosco under center, takes a snap, hands off right side to Gubler. Gubler makes one man miss, gets stood up by the next 4, and will go down to the 31-yard line for a gain of 5.
Gubler does a really nice job of maintaining his balance as he goes through the middle. He gets hit, almost goes down, but just keeps the feet churning and able to get another 2 or 3 yards. Toby and others on the tackle.
So 2nd down and about, looks like it's going to be 5.5 yards for the Cowboys. So they bring Williams wide right. Verosco takes a snap, hands off right side again to Gubler, tries to bounce outside, makes one man miss, and is driven out of bounds at about the 35-yard line to make it 3rd and short.
Yeah, Gilbert, again, nice job. Good balance, bounces off that first hit, so yards after contact 4, brings up 3rd and short. Orton had a chance in the backfield and unable to complete the tackle.
The Cowboys are looking to defend their basketball state championship. They start on Wednesday.
Yeah.
First game against Valley.
Welcome back.
That's right.
Beaver on Friday.
Talked to athletic director Cade Glazier and, of course, one of the football coaches and said, hey, I sent you an email this morning and you had nothing better to do today, so you should have emailed me back about that game on Wednesday. But
nobody's thinking basketball at Kanab.
Handoff comes to the near side to Gubler, picks up the first down at the 38-yard line. Needed 1, got 3, did Gubler.
Yeah, follows that right side of the line for the Cowboys. Johnson, good comeback block by Colton Blomquist as well, sealing that edge.
Lumber Plus first down for the Cowboys. For fix-it projects, expert advice, and hometown service, visit Lumber Plus Do It Best Hardware in Kanab. Behind every project is Lumber Plus Do It Best. Going to go with the 2 receiver set to the left side. Roscoe in the gun. Blomquist the wing to the right. Gubler to his left in the backfield. Takes a snap. Going to give to Gubler. Has blockers in place. Gets to the 40 and is forced out of bounds again. Great job by Davin Orton to shed the block.
Orton's been really good on that edge as he has really put pressure. I think every time they've gone to that edge, Orton's been there. Hasn't always been able to make the tackle, but extends that play and pushes the bounce to the outside.
So just a pickup of 3 to make it 2nd down and 7.
Got Randy Davis watching from Harris, Missouri. I've got Dave Howard watching from North Carolina.
Awesome. So great to have him.
We got people all over.
Receiver wide right, the wing to the left. Roscoe goes under center, takes a snap. Hands off left side for Gubler, trying to get to the edge. Beaver able to get through the line. Gubler can't make the last one miss as Albrecht brings him down after a short gain.
Yeah, Gubler shouldn't have had any yards, but he did a really good job of bouncing that out. And then you can see some speed as he accelerates around that edge to get that positive yardage.
And he tried to lower the shoulder and lay into Albrecht, similar to what we saw Orton do earlier.
Yeah, he did.
Albrecht able to just hold on to a leg to bring him down. 3rd down and 6 now for the Cowboys. At the 42-yard line, no score here on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. Healing happens here. That's Kane County Hospital. Wing to the left, receiver wide right. Roscoe takes a snap, fakes the handoff, drops the pass, has plenty of time. Rolls to his right. Tuckett pumps, gets hit by Orton, and will go down at the 46-yard line. 4th and 2 for the Cowboys.
Yeah, tried to fake out Davin Orton, and Orton had none of it. Great open field tackle by the senior quarterback. Watch Orton as he's clear back, but makes the quick move up, sees, doesn't bite on it, and takes a shot.
Both players felt
Roscoe. They both did.
Yeah, Roscoe
both bounced
hit hard
the
as well.
Directions.
So 4th and 2. Cowboys going to go for it. They go 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Now Verasco's going to drop back into punt formation, and both teams end up going early. It's going to go on Kanab.
Yep, they are saying false start on the Cowboys, so that puts it into more of a punt formation. Take some options away.
Yes.
Because, I mean, the 4th and 2, I could see Kanab going for it, saying, we think we can get 2 yards, even at their own 42-yard line. But the 4th and 7 changes the metrics.
Yes. Second penalty of the game, both on the Cowboys. 2 penalties, 10 yards. Now Verasco drops back to kick it away, takes the snap, gets a line drive kick into the wind away. It's going to take a Kanab bounce inside the 25 and come to a stop at about the 23-yard line. Pretty solid kick from Verasco, and the Beavers will take over at their own 23.
It was interesting that the Beavers didn't have anybody back. They just said, we're not taking a chance here at even 4th and 7. They just said, punt where you need to. As a result, field position, not great.
6:09 to go here in the first half on the Beaver Valley Hospital scoreboard. High-quality health care at a community hospital price. That's Beaver Valley Hospital. Orton under center, 2 receivers left, tight right, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to pass. They continue to play soft on Lurth to Orton's now just going to tuck it to run as no one was open deep downfield, and he's forced out of bounds near the first down marker at the 31-yard line or 30-yard line.
Yeah, good run. He had a lot of space, but great pursuit by Kanab to limit that. As let me try to see who closed.
It's like Verasco.
Yeah, I think it was Blomquist coming from the backside, and then Verasco came up. Gain of 8, nonetheless. He had Lurth in the pattern if he could have been able to throw that on that edge.
Double tight set, double wing. Takes the snap, does Orton, flags and a fly. False start on the left side of the line for the Beavers. First penalty on Beaver.
Yeah, if there's one thing you've seen all season long with the Beavers is an inordinate amount of false start penalties on the line.
So that'll take them back to the 25-yard line, make it 2nd down and 8. Play call comes in from Dub Pender.
There might be a little bit of energy in this game. Both. That's the 3rd false start on these two teams.
6:01 to go here in quarter number 1. 1A state championship football. 2 receivers right, wing to the left. Orton rolling to his right. Johnson getting pursuit. Got a good block. Hand passes down the field to Lurth. Makes the catch, and it looks like he has enough for Riverstone Contractors. First down.
Yeah, Lurth from Orton. We've seen that before in this game, and Lurth does a nice pattern. Same exact pattern as he caught in almost the same spot as he goes in and then turns, pivots, goes to the sideline, and catches it for the first down.
All 3 pass plays have gone to Emmett Lurth. Orton's 3 for 3 for 30 yards. Lurth, the 3 catches for 30 yards. Orton hands off right side. Carter trying to find an edge, has some room, makes a man miss, and will go out of bounds across the 40-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out of the 39 for a gain of 6.
Yeah, nice hesitation move by Carter as he just kind of froze the defense enough to get the edge and pick up decent yards on first down. Good credit to Ozzie Williams with the tackle.
2nd down and 4 now for the Beavers. They'll go with a double tight, double wing set. Orton in the gun. And everybody for Beaver went early on that one. So
the whistle was a little bit late.
Yeah.
I said ooh before the whistle blew. You could see that one.
So either everybody went early or the center went late, one or the other.
One of the two, but the official could say offsides on the entire line. Repeat 2nd down.
So each team now with 2 5-yard penalties.
Tough spot to do this in. So now instead of 2nd and 4, you've got 2nd and 9.
Yes.
Which is a different ball game altogether for a wing T offense.
Receiver wide right, wing to the left. Orton goes under center. Hard count, takes the snap, gives on the handoff to Blackner off the left side, going to gain a couple, but not much as the Kanab defense stands strong.
Yeah, Cannon Verosco did a great job of diving in and hitting the legs of Blackner from that outside edge, and then cleaned up by the rest. He does good to fall forward to get a couple yards.
Yeah, gain of 3, ended up getting 3 yards on it, so make it 3rd and 6 now for the Beavers. From their own 37-yard line.
Wow, what a slugfest this is already stacking up to be 2 great defenses.
Wing to the right, 2 receivers left. Orton in the gun, rolls to pass. Pressure coming from the backside, gets rid of it to Lurth. Off his hands, incomplete. 4th down.
He'd want that one back because that was in perfect position for the first down. Instead, punt formation for the Beavers coming out.
And you know he wants it back. It's one of those where he tried to let it catch off his shoulder pads. And when you let it bounce off your shoulder pads, it's going to bounce off.
Yeah, he was falling to the ground and probably he adjusted. Didn't catch those in his hands and felt more comfortable with shoulder pads. Always trouble. So
4th and 6. Punt team out for the Beavers. Get a good snap. Kick is away. End over end kick bounces at the 38. And we'll take a Beaver roll and roll out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. That's where the Cowboys will start there. Next drive, no score here on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. 5:03 to go here in quarter number 1 between number 1 Kanab and number 2 Beaver in this 1A state championship game.
Yeah, that drive for the Beavers took 1 minute and 6 seconds. So I think because of the passing,
and a lot more passing, and then running out of bounds.
And then running out of bounds. So only a minute. So we've got a punt, fumble, punt, punt.
Yeah.
The Beavers put together one good drive. Other than that, not tons of offense yet.
2 receivers to the left. Brown and Williams make it trips left for the Cowboys. And now Verosco's going to say, nope, I want you on the right. It's all 3 of those receivers, Brown, Williams, and Anderson. Verosco in the gun. Takes the snap. Hands off to Gubler left side. Gubler breaking tackles, gets across the 35 to the 38-yard line.
That was 1 lineman with 3 defensive blockers. So really the Beavers had what they wanted, but the ball carrier just went right through and had enough. Had enough space, squirted through, and got the yardage.
Already 7 carries for Gubler for 25 yards. He's the only one, though, that's carried the ball, with the exception of the 1 scramble by Verosco.
Right. He had a massive game earlier in the season between these 2 teams.
Receiver wide right. Roscoe, hands off, cut back by Swap, has plenty of room up the middle, into Beaver territory to the 40-yard line. On cue, someone else gets it, and Deegan Swap with a Lumber Plus first down run.
Well, for those of you online, you can see that just right up the middle, great blocking, sealed the linebacker the hole, and the linebacker in the wrong position, and he just was untouched for 15 yards.
19-yard gain to the 40, first and 10, Cowboys.
That's the wing T. You just, you do one thing, get people getting used to the reflexes, and then they go the other way.
Yeah. Two receivers right, wing to the left. Roscoe takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Grubler, steps up to throw across the middle, caught by Glover. Glover will be brought down from behind by Toby at the 30-yard line for another Lumber Plus first down.
Yep, exactly 10 yards, moves the sticks. Kanab on a roll. Toby on the tackle for Beaver. That was a tough pass. There was pretty good coverage there, and he just threw it exactly where it needed to be.
First and 10 at the Beaver 30. Best drive of the day for the Cowboys. Verosco under center, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, drops the pass, throws to Glover again to the 20. Spins out of a tackle, and he's brought down by Wolf at the 16-yard line for a Lumber Plus first down.
Yeah, the short pass is just short routes as Glover comes from that side, just comes open into the middle, right in the flat, and able to get that another first down.
Just lining up as that tight end, just releasing him right through the middle.
Both teams using the pass, two running teams using the pass to soften up the defense.
Yeah, very effectively so far. Receivers bunched to the right, shotgun formation, one receiver wide left. They give to Gubler. Gubler cuts inside, and he'll be wrapped up and brought down across the 15 down to the 13 for a gain of 3.
Yeah, tough shot. He bounces right up, kind of lands on his head if you watch this replay, and it gets stood up and then hit back.
Cowboys approaching the Glaziers Family Market end zone. King County's full-service grocer. That's Glaziers Family Market in Kanab.
Good crowds here. The Beaver stands are all full, and down here, Kanab's filled up the home stands. So, great crowds. Which is why it's nice that it's here at Southern Utah University. You wouldn't see this in Salt Lake.
Right. Tight right, receiver to the left, wing to the left. Roscoe rolls to his left. Heavy pressure. Albrecht tries to get him, can't bring him down. Inside the 10, and he'll be brought down at the 9-yard line. Big play for Verosco on what it looked like Beaver had him stopped well in the backfield.
Yeah, just used some good speed around the outside. Albrecht had a chance, and they just couldn't track him down. And good credit for Deegan Swap as he did that bump on Albrecht, which pushed him off the line to take down Verosco.
That'll make it 3rd and 2 at the 8-yard line.
I don't think either of these teams are going to do too many field goals, so I'm guessing 4-down territory either way.
Yeah. But both can.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see. Verosco under center. Sends a man in motion left to right. Handoff to Gubler. Gubler jumps across the line of scrimmage inside the 5 for a Lumber Plus first down to the 4-yard line.
Yeah, it takes a pretty solid hit right in the middle, but just enough. And gets inside that 5. On the hit was, I couldn't see who that was. Might have been Hazen Albrecht.
Already 9 carries, though, for Hayden Gubler in this first quarter.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. 1:45 to go in quarter number 1. Cowboys trying to strike first in this 1A state championship. Receiver wide left for Roscoe under center. Sends Gubler in motion. Handoff on the dive to Swap. Lowers the shoulder into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Yeah, Gubler, really good job. Goes in, cuts to his left, sees the open space, and the score for Kanab. And looks like a player down for the Cowboys. Hopefully he's okay. Holding the left leg.
Lower leg, yeah.
Dang.
Deegan Swap with the 4-yard touchdown run to put the Cowboys on the board first. And they will, it's Braden Johnson too. Talked about him before the game.
Yeah, that would be a devastating loss if Johnson unable to go.
Yeah.
He's a very, very good football player.
Yes, he is. Trying to sit up. We'll see if they bring him to his feet. We'll hold it here for a minute. If it ends up taking a while, a bit longer, we'll take the break. But a great drive for the Cowboys starting on their own 31. They take off 3.5 minutes and bring it to where they end it with a 4-yard touchdown run from Deegan Swap. And Swap had the big run as well, the 19-yard carry across the midfield.
Well, really impressive drive. That was a great balance of pass and run. And I felt like they really asserted themselves. The pass opening up the defense, Goobler with the small runs, and spread things out, which allowed the Kanab with a 69-yard drive.
Yeah. They're taking a pretty long look at him. Let's see. They're starting to work their way off maybe. They are grabbing the helmet of him and going to help him to his feet. So we'll keep it here for the extra point before taking the break. He's been pretty ginger on that left leg, but he is putting some weight on his own.
That's good news, yeah.
So he works his way off the field, and he seems to be getting a little bit more as he works his way to the sideline, a little more weight on it. Obviously, as we talked about, a great player, great lineman for the Cowboys, senior. And if there's any chance he can come back in this game, he's going to.
Oh, I would expect to see him.
Yeah.
But his health, the most important thing, but I'd expect to see him again.
But he put his helmet back on.
He did.
So that tells you something. They'll look at him. They'll make sure he's good. Capson on now for the extra point for Kanab. Great kicker for the Cowboys. Snap is good. Kick is away, and it is good. So with 1:31 to go in quarter number one on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard, it is Kanab 7, Beaver 0 in the 1A State Championship on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Kern River Gas Transmission wishes the Millard Eagles good luck this season and reminds everyone that damage from others digging into a pipeline is one of the main causes of pipeline failures. Never guess where a pipeline is located. Whether you're a farmer, rancher, or homeowner, if you plan to dig, call Blue Stakes to make sure all utilities are marked. Call Blue Stakes at 800-662-4111 or the new national 811 number at least 48 hours before digging. Kern River Gas Transmission Company reminds you to call before you dig. It's free. It's the law.
Let's head back to the field for high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Team Hive.
Welcome back here to Southern Utah University as the Kanab Cowboys strike first in this 1A state championship game. A 4-yard touchdown run from Deegan Swamp, and they lead at 7-0 over the Beavers. Beaver now drops back to return the kickoff, while Kanab will be kicking left to right. And we'll see what the Beavers do to try to respond.
Yeah, great drive by the Cowboys, and we'll see if Beaver can actually respond and with a drive of their own.
Capson will get set to kick it away. Wolf and Carter back to receive for the Beavers. Standing at about their own 13-yard line. Capson having to kick against the wind. And you can see it come to a stop in the air, drop down to the 10-yard line to Wolf, out across the 25, gets hit and will go down. Ball's loose, and it looks like the Cowboys have it again. They do. Latimer Glover comes up with a football, and Kanab is back in business.
Yeah, that's a huge break for the Kanab Cowboys. Now, I didn't see it come out until I saw Kanab jumping around, so let's see.
Ran into his own player, and the ball popped free in the process.
Yeah, it does. Looks like it was just the collision between the own player and now Kanab inside the 30.
At the Beaver 29-yard line. 1:22 to go in the quarter.
Already 2 turnovers, so that's 2 fumbles. The first one didn't result in a score. This one a little more dangerous inside the 30.
Roscoe under center. Beaver showing pressure. Takes a snap. Hands off right side for Swap. Got hit low early and will be brought down. Adrian Betancourt with the tackle.
Yeah, Betancourt, nice job sloughing off the block to make the tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 8 now for the Cowboys.
Had to fight off the block from Deegan Allen. So Braden Johnson still on the bench. We're keeping an eye on that. Looks like they're taping him up again. So.
And again, hopefully for his sake, we'll be able to see him come back in the game. 2 receivers right, wing to the right. Takes a snap, hands off to Goobler. Goobler following the lead block, bounces to the outside, 20, 15, and forced out of bounds at about the 14-yard line for a Lumber Plus first down.
One of the nice things about this run, if you watch, Hayden Goobler, he doesn't overrun his blocker. Slow, and then when he sees the angle, then he hits it. He doesn't overrun that and allow the pursuit to know if he's going to go inside or outside.
Walker Baird, the lead blocker on that one for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 of the Beaver 14. 2 receivers left, the wing to the left and tight left. Roscoe in the gun, takes a snap. Hand off to Goobler again. Cuts up inside, lowers his shoulder inside the 10, staying on his feet down to the 7-yard line for a nice gain.
Yeah, powerful run for Hayden Goobler. Turns 3 into 7.
to make it 2nd down and 3.
Yep, following a nice block from Bryce Szymanski.
And that'll be how the first quarter comes to an end, it looks like. So on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard through 1 quarter of play, it is number 1 Kanab 7, number 2 Beaver 0 in the 1A state championship on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
CF Moto is just the latest addition to the Jorgensen's Power Sports lineup. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side or a quad, CF Moto has what you need and at ultra-competitive prices. So stop by today and see what all the hype is about. Located at 980 South Coveview Road in beautiful Richfield, Utah, or find them online at jhsport.com. And as always, you can text or call Jorgensen's Power Sports at 435-896-6408.
Being part of one of the most advanced power plants in the world, it's going to be exciting.
It's important that we're listening to our customers that want clean energy.
And so I love the fact that we can power our homes here in Bountiful, but we can also be thoughtful about the environment at the same time. The power revenue bonds are completely backed by the future sale of power, which saves everybody money. And so historically, we've had lower power rates thanks to having this resource.
Let's head back to the field for high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Team Hive.
We're back at the 1A state championship. The Cowboys threatening to reach the Glaciers Family Market end zone again, leading 7-0. It's 2nd down and 3 at the Beaver 7. Verasco under center, takes the snap, fakes the handoffs, rolls to his left, looking to pass, now rolling to his right, back to his left, heavy pursuit, able to avoid the defense, pumps, looks for the end zone, and now he'll go down at the 10-yard line where Betancourt finally brings him down, and he'll lose a few yards in the process.
He loses a few yards, could have been a lot more. He did a really good job of rotating backwards, pivoting, going to his left, or that would have been a lot bigger of a loss than it was.
After he came up from that play, he was trying to talk to his receivers saying, hey, when I'm doing this, I need you guys moving this direction or this, trying to direct traffic there. I don't know where he can get the ball to him.
Yeah, smart not to try to force that into coverage. Beaver had good coverage in the end zone.
So now it's 3rd down and 7 from the 10-yard line. I think at 3rd and 6 from the 10-yard line. And whatever Kanab saw, they did not like. So they were screaming for the timeout. Coach Kornberg got it called. And that is a Honey's Marketplace timeout featuring specialty items like gourmet burgers, crab salads, smoked ribs, fresh cut fruit, and bakery bread made from scratch every day, groceries, and so much more. That's Honey's Marketplace in Kanab. We'll keep it right here. Just took a break for that for the quarter break, so we'll just stay right here. But whatever Coach Kornberg saw with what Beaver was doing, he did not like.
Yeah, no, he emphatically said this play's not going to work.
Yep.
So he was trying to make it was close to a snap, and so he made sure he ran out. And you can see how short the timeout was. He just wanted to redo that play.
Yeah,
and it's critical. You've got your ball 3rd down and 7. Outside the 10-yard line. Smart play by the coach.
Yeah, you don't want to end up with a 4th and long here.
No.
Capson has the leg, especially now with the wind.
Sure.
Capson's a good kicker. But obviously, if you're the Cowboys, you're wanting to punch this one in the end zone.
It could be worth the timeout.
Yeah. Receiver to the left, wing to the right, Verasco under center. Beaver showing pressure. Handoff up the middle, the swap gets hit by Bradshaw, and down he goes. Bradshaw was the one that showed the pressure and brought the pressure for the tackle.
Yeah, he's been showing pressure most of the afternoon, and then this time he didn't back out. And in exactly the right place, great blocking. Had he not made that tackle, the blocking on that right side was really good.
So Coach Kornberg does run out Ray Capson to kick the field goal attempt. It'll be around a 27-yard attempt.
Capson, just a sophomore. He'll be around for a couple more years.
We asked the question when Griffin Bone graduated, not who was going to replace him at quarterback, but who was going to replace him at kicker. Because when you have a kicker at this level, it's valuable. Kick is away and right through 4-3. And Ray Capson answered the bell last year as a freshman, and of course now as a sophomore for the Cowboys. 10:20 to go in the first half on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. It is the Kanab 10, Beaver 0 in the 1A state championship on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support, Your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, Delta Community Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
Let's head back to the field for high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centracom Team Hive.
Welcome back here to Southern Utah University at the 1A Football State Championship. 10-0 Kanab leads Beaver, and Capson set to kick it away. The ensuing kickoff, higher this time. Carter goes back and will receive it at the 5-yard line, out across the 10 to the 15, has some room to the 20, and it'll be brought down. Latimer Glover with a big open field tackle.
Yeah, very nicely done as Carter tried to spin just a little bit, but Glover, too much contact. And it's essentially the same as that ball, the nose of the ball right on the 20, same as a touchback.
So that's where the Beavers will start their next drive, and now I think it is probably time for an answer here from the Beavers.
Yeah, down 2 scores now. You can't, and especially with this quality of a defense, a response necessary.
And ball's on the ground. Orton had a knee down when he picked it up, and he got tackled anyways. By Glover and a few more, but they're going to put the knee down as the spot at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, break for the Beavers just came out of the hands, and that's exactly where it was. Just put the knee down. We saw that last week against Duchesne when Beaver played Duchesne. The punter went down to get a low ball and put the knee on the ground.
So a loss of 3 on that one makes it 2nd down and 11.
Another little mistake costs the yardage and changes the play calling abilities.
Beavers come out of the huddle. Receiver wide left, one to the right as well. Orton in the gun. Drops the pass. Pressure coming off the edge. There's the screen play. Has a man. That's caught by Carter. And he'll go out of bounds at about the 22 or 23-yard line.
That was actually a great play call by the Beavers. Let the pressure, and Orton delivers a ball on the money. Great job by the cornerback for Kanab, making sure that Carter doesn't get any more space.
First receiver other than Worth to make a catch. So it makes it now 3rd down and 7 for the Beavers. Orton takes a snap, rolling to his left. Heavy pressure from Blomquist, gets rid of it to Lurth, makes a nice catch, and he'll go out of bounds right near the marker. We'll see where they spot it.
They're going to spot it
He's
short.
He's going to be a yard short, or 2 yards short maybe. Just one. At the 29.
He tries to dive forward. He extends the ball at the end. Let's take a look at the replay. Yep. It's about where it was. 4th and 1, so see what the Beavers do. Do they dial up some? Looks like no punt team, Robert. This is big.
Coach Marshall going for it inside of zone 30. 9:17 to go in the half, 10-0 Cowboys. Orton under center, double wing set, takes a snap, keeps it himself, and he's going to get across for a 1st down. He needed one, got 2 to Davin Orton.
That is a gutsy call by the Beavers, down deep in their own territory, but down 2 scores, why not? They get the 1st down. Braden Johnson still being attended to on the sideline, and that definitely has an impact.
And worth noting, when you've got a quarterback like Davin Orton, that you can say, we need 2 hard yards.
Yeah.
He's one you trust to be able to go get those 2 hard yards. Handoff right side. Is that Blackner with it across the line of scrimmage? Going to be a short gain. Kept on going, moved an extra yard there to the 34-yard line for a gain of 3.
Yeah, nice job. Nice second effort on the tackle. 54 for the Cowboys. That is Ashton Juber.
2nd down and 7. Both these teams have players on the academic all-state team. 5 for Beaver. 1 for Kanab. I'll mention those in a moment. Double tight set here. Shotgun formation. Orton, quarterback, keeper off the left side. Hit and dropped after a gain of just a yard on the carry. Was that Zamansky with the tackle?
I'm trying to get a number. He will not show his number.
I think it was Zamansky
so.
that came through and ultimately made the tackle. Yeah, Cade Zamansky.
Okay, there he finally turns. He kind of kept straight to the side profile, and great job. Saved a lot of yardage.
Coach Kornberg said we have to stop 17.
And so far they have.
6 carries for 8 yards. The ball, 42 passing yards. 2 receivers right for Orton, rolling to his right. Pressure coming, steps up to throw, has a man underneath, caught for a 1st down. Worth breaks a couple of tackles out to the 50-yard line. Riverstone Contractors on for the Beavers.
Boy, Emmett Lurth steps up and takes that ball a really nice run after the catch, breaks one tackle, picks up the extra yards, but a big third down conversion for the Beavers.
5 catches for 52 yards now for Emmett Lurth.
You always wonder after a receiver drops a ball, kind of had that one pass he couldn't reel in.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of guts to come back and do it again.
Orton drops the pass, throwing deep down the seam and overthrows everybody. Double coverage on Bradshaw down the field.
Yeah, great job by Kanab. You can see they knew what was coming. Swap back there along with, I think, Swindlehurst, as they had double coverage on receiver Bradshaw. I think Orton threw that to a good spot.
Those of you listening, Scott's saying he thinks Swindlehurst, that silver, the light shines off that silver, and it's hard to see those numbers.
No, it's really
It's hard.
Swallowed up in the red, and then if they're at all at an angle, you don't see it.
Yeah. Orton takes a snap, rolling to his left, has plenty of room. Great blocking, lowers the shoulder to run through the defense, and he's going to be brought down right near the first down marker. And the umpire goes down hard with Cade Zamansky.
Yeah, really hard. I hope he's okay. Watch this.
And he just got blocked into him.
Oh, and what happened is the helmet hit his head, actually.
Yeah.
Is the worry, I think.
Lopshire was putting a heck of a block on right there, too.
Yeah, he was.
Beaver.
Spansky comes over and says, sorry. Yeah.
Ball is spotted the 41, so an 8-yard gain for Orton. That doubles his rushing yards for the game.
He was lucky that wasn't head-to-head contact.
Yeah.
For a flag.
3rd down and 2 for the Beavers. At the Kanab 41-yard line. 7:11 to go here in the half. Orton in the gun, 2 receivers right, takes a snap, quarterback keeper off the left side, hitting the backfield, and he will go down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 4th and short.
Yeah, there was a pause on the block, and so all the momentum of that offensive line on the left side stopped, and that allowed Kanab to just fill that lane, and number 21 sneaks in there, and that's for Osco. 4th and 2.
We already saw him go for it on 4th down. Inside their own 30 on this drive.
I would not expect to see the punter here.
No. At the Kanab 41-yard line. Lurth comes wide right. Bradshaw comes out with him. The wing to the left is Wolf. Orton in the gun, takes a snap, rolls to his right, tucks it to run, inside the 40, lowers his shoulder, picks up the first down and a few more to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, chance. Grady Anderson steps up. There's a chance to stop, but with Orton with a full head of steam, I think he's going to get that most of the time.
Yeah.
But I got to say, Anderson did a good job of getting lower than Orton that time.
Yes, he did. 1st and 10 of the Kanab 35-yard line. Double wing set for Orton under center. Got Kanab to jump.
Yeah.
And that'll move it forward 5 yards.
Yeah, on the Cowboys that time. Still watching it, Braden Johnson. Still checking out that left leg, so I'm worried about that young man.
Yeah. Continues to look like they're just kind of trying to finish the tape job on it. They've got his cleat back on. 2 receivers wide left. That's Lurth and Blackner. The wing to the right. Orton takes the snap. Handoff comes to the near side to Carter. Got a great block. Cuts upfield. Down to the 25-yard line as Ozzie Williams brings him down for a gain of 5. And it looks like a Riverstone Contractors first down.
Yeah, Kohler Laws comes back and makes a nice block on the outside, which gives Carter the edge and puts the ball down by the 25.
2 carries for 11 yards for Davis Carter on that first down run. Lurth and Blackner split to the left. Pender to the left of Orton in the backfield. Takes the snap. Quarterback keeper cuts up the middle and will be brought down. Nice job by Deegan. Swap catching him from behind. A gain of 1.
Yeah, Swap was all over that one as he came out of that position really quickly and just bailed on the coverage on that outside edge. I think Beaver probably watches that and says, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. 2nd down and 9.
That's the gamble in football.
That's right.
Sometimes when you blitz, you allow spots to get open.
Coach Marshall going to call a timeout for the Beavers. That's a Tony and Dave's timeout. Your premier auto collision center in Beaver. They offer high-quality auto body and auto glass repair at pocket-friendly prices. Call 435-438-5409 for Tony and Dave's. On the Beaver Valley Hospital scoreboard, it is Kanab 10, Beaver 0 in the second quarter with 4:56 to go in the 1A State Championship on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
At Drew Bay Chevrolet, our service department is more than just a repair shop. It's part of our community. You'll always find a welcoming smile, honest answers, and service that fits your schedule and budget. From routine maintenance to major repairs, our factory-trained technicians use state-of-the-art equipment to get the job done right the first time. We service all makes and models, so no matter what you drive, we've got you covered. We offer competitive prices and quality you can trust, backed by world-class service with a hometown feeling. Experience a better way at Drew Bay Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Let's head back to the field for high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Team Hive.
So they come out of the Tony and Dave's timeout. Davin Orton fakes the run, passes left side. That's going to be caught to the 20, 15, 10, and brought down inside the 10 as Bridger Blackner for a Riverstone Contractors first down.
So I said it a minute ago. I said, do you think Beaver saw that everyone was bailing on when Orton goes to that left side, and then they called that exact play where Orton fakes to the line, all the linebackers shifted in, and that gave Orton that open lane on the left side.
Gain of 15 down to the 9-yard line. First and goal for the Beavers as they march toward the Glaziers Family Market end zone. Two receivers right, wing to the left. Orton rolling to his left, gets the lead blocker, gets hit, and he'll be brought down after a gain of about 2 to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, great coverage by Kanab on that left side. Orton took a shot and comes up limping a bit. It looks like he might be asking for a... So this is trouble for the Beavers as Orton can't walk off the field.
Yeah, he goes down.
Holding his right knee.
Now they come out to check on him as both teams go to their respective sidelines. And yeah, as you said, calling for it, and then as he was trying to get off, ended up just going down.
So now, both teams with huge contributors with injuries, and we'll see what happens with Orton.
So they continue to work on him and check him out. We'll step away for a moment as they try to figure out for sure how Davin Orton is doing, but it'll be second and goal for the Beavers when we come back from the Kanab 7-yard line, with Kanab leading 10-0 on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. And now we're going to keep it here as Orton does pop to his feet. And he's putting good pressure on it, so good to see.
That is good to see because the way it looked,
yeah.
It looked really bad. And so we'll see what happens with Davin Orton. One of the toughest kids we've seen. And again, tough and health is not, those are not very, those are two different concepts.
Right.
They're not very compatible at times. But that'll bring in Drew Sorensen, the sophomore, backup quarterback. Big pressure for the sophomore.
He goes under center, wing to the left, pitches it out left side for Carter, has blockers in place, to the end zone. Touchdown, wow. Beavers. Davis Carter from 7 yards out.
Yeah, Davis Carter, what blocking by the offensive line on that left side as Gabe Robinson out leading the way. Gabe took on 2 blockers, pushes out finally, and Carter just catches inside the pylon for the score.
Gets the Beavers on the board with that 7-yard touchdown run. And Orton coming running back in here for the extra point.
Definitely hobbled.
Yep. Yeah, he's been pretty ginger with that right leg.
He really is. He's going to sit down. Lurth will kick the extra point.
Snap is good, hold is down, and the kick is up and through. So with 3:52 to go in the first half in this 1A State Championship game on the Beaver Valley Hospital scoreboard, it's number 1 Kanab 10, number 2 Beaver 7 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Let's head back to the field for high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Team Hive.
Welcome back to Southern Utah University. One-score game here in this 1A state championship. Kanab 10, Beavers 7. The ensuing kickoff from the Beavers will be taken at the 10-yard line. Anderson out across the 15, makes a cut of the 20, gets wrapped up and brought down. Dominic Toby with the tackle. And Kanab has it on their own 20-yard line with a one-score lead.
So the Beavers take the ball 80 yards. We said the Beavers, at that point had to answer, and they were able to do so with an impressive drive of concern. Did they lose their quarterback in the process?
Yeah, that's the question. Of course, he's a key defensive player for them as well, and he does not come out on the defensive side.
Trying to see who came in for him. It's going to be Davin Craw, I believe. We'll see.
Brogan Verosco back out with the Cowboy offense. Receiver to each side, the wing to the left. In the gun, takes a snap, gives it up for Gubler. Gubler bounces to the outside, breaks one tackle, gets a block across the line of scrimmage to the 23-yard line before he's brought down.
So that's Hayden Gubler, who should have lost 3 yards, but instead he picks up a gain of about 2, maybe 3. As he slides off. Carter has good contact, but the balance of Gubler as he's able to split that out to the left side.
12 carries for 55 yards now for Gubler. Anderson comes wide left. Sophomore receiver for Kanab. Verosco under center. Takes a snap. Hands off right side to Swap, and he'll be swallowed up. Dives forward for a gain of 2 to the 25.
Yeah, Jax Bradshaw's, knifes in there and able to take out both ankles of the ball carrier. Great tackle.
Beaver's done a good job of containing Swap after he had the first big run of 19 yards, then the 4-yard touchdown run. Since then, it's been 2 yards, 0 yards, 2 yards.
Yeah, they've done a good job. And this is a huge down for both teams. 2:35 left. Kanab would like to continue this drive, and Beavers would love to get it back. With a short clock, they do get the ball to start the second half.
2 receivers to the right for the Cowboys. Wing to the left. Verosco in shotgun. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff to Gubler. Keeps it himself. Gets hit. Stays on his feet. Looking for somebody, and he can't. He'll go down. A big sack. Maverick Albrecht with the play for the Beavers.
Yeah, huge play by Maverick Albrecht. And Gubler did his very best to try to dance around, find some space, but just too much pursuit by the Beavers. And Maverick had to stay on that and continue. Beaver will call a timeout.
So it's Tony and Dave's timeout with a loss of 3 yards back to the 22-yard line. 4th and 8 for the Cowboys. Let's keep it right here with 2:12 to go in the first half. And we've talked about it already that the wing tee isn't an offense that's meant to be a score-quick offense. But obviously both these teams have packages, have plays, have sets that they can get big chunks of yards. They can get those big plays. And surprisingly, we've seen Beaver go to the air already 9 times in this game.
Well, and these may be wing tee teams, but both very capable of airing it out.
Yes.
And super dangerous, which actually enhances the wing tee to the point where it becomes so much more effective because you can't load up the box. Duchesne tried that against Beaver last week, and it was effective to a point, but the pass did open it up, and some big pass plays really made the difference.
Yeah.
Same in this game. Passing has been the difference, a balanced attacks for both teams.
Beavers do drop back 2 deep to receive. Wolf and Carter. Verosco will drop back. Good snap. Line drive kick is away with the win. Takes a high bounce over the returners to the 15, 10, and they're going to let it roll down to the 5 as Kanab got there to cover it up. What a kick from Brogan Verosco.
And the Beaver defender, you watch this, Wolf is there getting ready to take the bounce, and that takes a 15-foot bounce over the head of the receiver. I don't even think Wilt Chamberlain could have got that one. And you can see, for those of you on Team Hive, as that took a huge bounce, no chance for the defenders to stop that.
Not entirely sure what happened back way behind the play as Colton Blomquist for Kanab was on the ground at the 50-yard line and took a while to get back up. Didn't need the coaches to come get him, but it did take some time for him to get up to his feet. Now he's going to run off the field. Orton is in at quarterback. In the gun. 1st and 10 from the 5. Quarterback keeper right up the middle, and he'll crawl ahead for a gain of 5.
Yeah, looked good on the run, too. The last time we saw him, he was very gingerly walking on that right leg. Looks good on that rush.
4-yard gain to the 9 is where they spot it. 12 carries for 29 yards now for Orton. 2nd down and 6. Clock down to 1:35. They're trying to go fast. 2 receivers to the right. Wing to the left. Orton takes a snap. Quick wide receiver screen pass to Lurth. Lurth gets the outside and will go out of bounds at about the 14-yard line to make it 3rd and 1.
Yeah, short game, but more importantly, I think it stops the clock, lets the players reset, and 2nd down and very short, less than 1. I'm sorry, 3rd down. Orton with nice ball thrown on that left side, confident, and sometimes when you have a plant issue with maybe a leg that's hurting a little bit, those it'll take some velocity off the ball, but not that time.
No. Lurth and Bradshaw go to the left. Orton under center, wing to the right. They're not under center, in the gun, takes the snap, goes right side to pick up a 1st down to the 16-yard line. A Riverstone Contractors 1st down. Flag comes in after the play.
Yeah, it comes out late. Might be a blow to the head. I'm not sure.
See if we see anything here.
Could be a little late stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. It's going to be an unnecessary
the piling on of the quarterback. Yep. So you can see it right at the end as they both jump on top of Orton. That'll be 15 yards. That's really a big break for the Beavers, getting them out of the hole and puts them up across the 30.
Yeah, puts them to the 31-yard line here with 1:19 to go. And 1 timeout remaining. 2 receivers to the left, the wing to the right here for the Beavers. Kanab playing their safeties pretty high. Orton in the shotgun. Takes a snap, rolls to his left. Steps up, going to throw deep down the sideline for Lurth. Has him open, and off his fingertips it goes out of bounds, a little high.
Yeah, not a bad pass to the leaper Lurth as he had a chance. Good ball by Orton on the sideline.
So 2nd down and 10.
Just too high, just close. He couldn't throw it any less because he had 2 defenders that were very close in coverage. So the placement was good.
That's right. And as a former receiver, that receiver's mantra is, if I can touch it, I can catch it. You know, Lurth wants another shot at that one as well.
Yep.
2 receivers to the right, wing to the left. Orton takes the snap, keeps it to himself on the right side, back of the middle, across the 35 to the 40, maybe the 41, and Riverstone Contractors 1st down.
And it will be a 1st down. Yeah, they moved the chains. Beavers on the march. 1:05 left in the 1st. Nice run for Davin Orton.
Yeah, stops the clock to move the chains. So 1:04 to go. Orton rolling to his right. Gets hit as he throws. Ball's on the ground. The beanbag comes out as a fumble. Now the near sideline judge says it was incomplete pass. And Orton took a shot on the play.
Yes, he did. He was swallowed up on the backside. Again, another blind spot. And as he goes to throw that ball, just pummeled by
Levi Stewart.
Yep, Levi Stewart. Orton's up and okay, but he took another shot. He's taken some big ones in this game already. This is a hard-hitting football team.
Yeah.
I think because both teams are hitting so hard, you don't pay attention to that, but there have been some big hits in both of them. On the bad news side, Braden Johnson doesn't look like he's coming back.
Yeah. Receiver to each side. Orton drops the pass. Throws it underneath him the screen to Carter. Huge hit. Carter makes the catch, but paid for it as Deegan Swap hits him right at the line of scrimmage, a gain of a yard. And Coach Marshall will use his final timeout with 43 seconds to go in the half. Again, we'll keep it right here. What a hit from Swap.
Now watch this. This is the separator drill where you separate the ball carrier from the ball. And, a nice pass. And Carter has no idea it's coming. I can't believe he held on. Man, that is going to hurt tomorrow as Carter takes a shot. But, he gets a couple yards, but he paid for that.
He paid for it. And credit to Carter, too. He held on to it, and then he popped right up, ready to go. So
it was kind of right on cue. I was talking about how big hitting these two teams were, and then we have a big one. So big 3rd down with 47 seconds left.
So Beavers are out of timeouts now with this Tony and Dave's timeout. A 3rd-generation body shop with exceptional service to get you back on the road. Tony and Dave's in Beaver.
Now you have to stop and say, okay, it's 3rd down and 9. Do we throw a pass, stop the clock, and in a punt situation, do we run it and say, okay, we'll have the ball next possession?
Right.
And make
because now you're in a spot
timeouts
where you're kicking against the wind. If Kanab gets a stop, they might use one of their timeouts and try to find 45 seconds for themselves.
But you got to have an Orton, so I say you run it.
Orton left side, he does run it, and he'll be brought down. The ball came out again, and the Cowboys have it. Latimer Glover's taken off to the end zone with it, but it looks like it'll just be Kanab ball at the 44-yard line. Another big play and defensive takeaway for the Cowboys.
Another fumble. That is the third of the game for the Beavers. We didn't see it live. All of a sudden they picked the ball up. Let's take a look at the replay. So Orton goes down.
Yeah, it's hard to see because it was way back here. Yeah, that was weird.
Let's one more time, Walt, if you can see that one more time. Here it comes. They're going to give it to the end of the run. So,
yeah, it just bounced backwards. It was popped out by Kenan Verosco. Kenan Verosco's who made the tackle, and he popped it out. So it'll be Kanab taking over at the Beaver 43-yard line with 41 seconds to go in the half. Trips left.
Gives Kanab some options.
Yes, it does. Verosco gives to Gubler. He'll get across the 40 down to the 39-yard line, and timeout will be called by Kanab, their second Honey's Marketplace timeout. Groceries and so much more. That's Honey's Marketplace in Kanab. Again, we'll keep it right here with 35 seconds to go in the half. And we already talked about it. The golfing kicker, Ray Capson.
Yeah.
He has a leg. The wind's shifting now. It's kind of going west to east, it looks like, so it's not quite as much behind his back. But Capson can kick it. If they can get in around the 20-yard line, they've got a shot at a field goal even there.
So I got a text from a golf mom out of Beaver who said that a nickname for him is Ray Ray, and he is a fantastic young man, great golfer, but also just a great young man. Where did he finish?
Second place at the 2A state tournament this year.
That's fantastic.
4 strokes behind Bradley Wolstenhume of North Summit, who was the individual state champion.
Multi-sport athlete.
Yeah. In the same season.
Yeah, in the same season.
Honey's Marketplace at timeout. Cowboys will come out of it with trips to the right. Tight left with Glover. Roscoe in the gun. Gubler to his right in the backfield. Takes the snap, and it's going to be a false start on Kanab. Receiver went early.
So 5 more yards back. Now, does this run the clock at the end of the penalty? Does Beaver get to choose this, or does it just stay where it was?
Because the clock was already dead.
It was already dead. It stays dead.
So it takes them back to the 44-yard line.
So if you're the Kanab Cowboys, not necessarily, you could run, but most likely Verosco through the air.
Same formation, trips right, tight left. Verosco drops the pass. Pressure coming, rolls out, looking downfield. Going to throw it down the sideline, and that's caught. Kyle Brown goes up and makes the catch. Bounds at the 11-yard line. What a catch from Brown, and Verosco with the throw.
That was a great adjustment by Brown to come back to the ball. Verosco rolling to his right, and he just heaves it up there, puts it on the sideline where Brown can come and get it. And Brown makes the adjustment, comes back up, and toes in. That's a great catch by Brown.
So 1st and 10 at the 11. He went out of bounds to stop the clock with 23 seconds left.
How big's the fumble?
Yeah, huge.
You got a 1st and 10, basically 1st and goal.
Verosco under center, takes the snap, rolling to his left, has time, now gets flushed to the right, flag flies on the play in the area of a hold, directs traffic to Glover. Glover makes a great catch, a huge hit, and the flag flies on the hit from Carter.
So they'll say defensive receiver.
Must have lowered the helmet, is what they must have seen there. This is likely a hold here.
For sure a hold on the side. Let's take a look at that.
I love how Verosco directs traffic right there. Maybe the launching piece. I don't know. Because that's the thing. When the receiver's defenseless, you can't just hit him. You've got to wrap him up and bring him to the ground. And that's that piece there. So it is holding on Kanab. Oh, illegal touching. So it's both. So 2 on Kanab, because Glover stepped out of bounds, then came back in without being forced out of bounds. Then the illegal unnecessary roughness on Beaver. And
holy cow.
After all that, it's just offsetting. We're going to start again, but less time on the clock.
14 seconds. So the ball at the 11. So, yep, someone was downfield who shouldn't have been. So lots of going on there.
Well, I think it was Glover stepped out of bounds, then came back in on his own.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So now they go Brown to the left in single coverage. Verosco under center, the wing to the right. Takes a snap. Just going to throw it up for Brown. Brown in the end zone, goes up and makes the catch. The Beaver defender lost his footing, and it's in for 6 for the Cowboys in the Glaciers Family Market end zone.
Yeah, what a big play is Brown. They just said, hey, we're going to throw it up in the air and let you go get it. The Beaver defender in a good spot, but got his feet tangled as he turned to break on the play, and Kanab makes the Beavers pay for the fumble. Wow. 47 seconds. They did that in 38.
Yeah. Capson on for the extra point. Trying to go up by 10 again here, going into the Jones Intermill Engineering halftime show. Extra point is good, so with 9 seconds to go in the half, Kanab at 17, Beavers 7 in the 1A state championship on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Let's head back to the field for high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Team Hive.
We're back here at the Eccles Coliseum as the Kanab Cowboys have taken a 2-score, 17-7 lead over the Beavers in this 1A state championship. Capson set to kick it away for Kanab. High kick, Wolf going back, takes it at the 4-yard line, out across the 10 to the 15 to the 20, takes a huge hit. Latimer Glover again, but flags will fly in on a likely targeting.
Yeah, it'll be a helmet-to-helmet, not even a question, as he kind of ducked down and only the helmet's hit. So not a surprise. I was like, well, there's going to be flags on this one.
Yeah, lowered the helmet right there to go into him.
Yeah. And it was only helmet to helmet. Kanab doesn't like it, but they might not be able to see the replay. Kind of an easy call.
Yep.
Just 3 seconds left in the half.
So Beaver will have it on the 35-yard line. Do you try to take a shot? Do you take the knee and go into half, not wanting to risk a potential pick six or something like that?
I'm guessing they're going to go for it just with the experience of the quarterback.
And Lerth is split wide left. Kanab drops 5 deep. Nope. They just hand it off up the middle to Blackner. Blackner with some room. He'll get out to the 50-yard line, but that will be how the first half comes to an end with a 15-yard run for Bridger Blackner. And it's the top-seeded Kanab Cowboys with the lead going into the half of this 1A state championship. On the Kane County Hospital scoreboard, Kanab 17, Beaver 7. We've got your Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show coming up next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports. So this isn't a must-score drive for the Beavers here, down to 17-7, but obviously they do want to come out of this halftime break and be able to start to set the tone for the second half.
Yeah, they do, and it's as close to a must-score drive as you can get, but no, definitely not yet. But it's, against a team with the caliber, with the defense, the caliber of the Kanab Cowboys, the Beavers will have to come out and at least establish, get some field position or score. But I would actually say this drive might be key, but it's early. Lots of opportunities coming, but I don't know how many opportunities you have against this Kanab team.
Right, Beaver only had 4 possessions in the first half.
Yeah,
and so it's not a must score, but they need to establish some success here in this first half, and then not give Kanab a short field.
Exactly. Now, did the Kanab Cowboys come out and try an onside kick or something?
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't think so.
Ray Capson is set to kick it away. Wolf and Carter back to receive for the Beavers. They stand at their own 10-yard line. The wind's starting to pick up a little more, it seems, out of the south-southwest. Capson a running approach. Line drive kick, and that one's going to go into the end zone, and they will stop it from there. So it will be Beaver
barely.
football in the 20.
Yeah, Wolf was right there. He took that one half step back into the end zone, and the ball crosses the plane.
So Beaver football to start this second half, going left to right across your radio dial, TV, and computer screen.
Orton looks good as he comes off the field.
Yeah.
He had a right leg injury early, so looks good coming back.
And to see where Braden Johnson is as well. Orton takes a snap, hands off right side to Blackner. Blackner going to pick up a couple, maybe 3 to the 23-yard line.
Yeah, Deegan Swap steps in and goes low with the help of a couple other players to make the tackle. Limits that to 3 or 4 yards.
So 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard run for Blackner. 6 carries for 28 yards now for Bridger.
Latimer Glover also kind of gummed that up on the edge.
Carter runs the play in from the sideline for the Beavers. Two receivers to the left, tight right, Orton in the gun. Takes a snap, fakes the run, going to drop the pass, throws it to the left side. That one's going to be caught by Blackner, and he'll be brought down after a Riverstone Contractors first down.
Yeah, it's a play-action pass essentially, though it's the quarterback who fakes the dive and then throws out to that edge. And again, not a lot of people out there. Had that pass been a little higher, more space, and a good job by Grady Anderson getting over for the tackle and limiting that to the first down.
So in the first half, we had the chains that had the full orange things on them, right?
Yeah, we did.
We do not now.
No, now they've got a black circle.
Yeah,
so
it took a minute to find where the first down marker was.
I was just going to comment on that, but...
Handoff left side goes to Pender, his first carry of the game. Gets a pretty good push off the left side of the line to the 34-yard line for a run of 3.
Yeah, Pender wraps up both hands on the ball. So the yard markers you could see on the shot right there, the yard markers are just little black circles. I'm not sure why we changed. They're a lot harder to see for us.
Yeah, for everybody, I would assume. Yeah, in fact, the one, you can't even see the first down because he's got it turned sideways.
Yeah, you can't at all.
He must have heard us. He just turned it for us.
There you go.
2nd down and 7. Orton rolling to his right. Has blockers. Throws underneath. That's going to be caught by Carter. Takes a hit and goes down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 1. Hayden Gubler with the tackle.
Yeah, Gubler. Nice closing speed as Carter's taken a couple shots on that exact route. He had a separator on the last one, but this one Gubler goes up high and Carter with a short gain.
Make it a 2-yard gain. 3rd and 5 now for the Beavers. From their own 36-yard line.
And that's why Kanab hasn't allowed a lot of points. Just really great pursuit, good coverage.
Yeah, closing speed. Orton drops the pass, has time, throws it underneath. That's intercepted. Latimer Glover picks it off. Noah Wolf will bring him down, and a flag flies at the end of the play.
I'm not sure what that will be, but the interception will stand, and that's the 4th turnover by the Beavers.
Get a look here, just a little bit behind him. Glover able to step right in front of Wolf to take that one away for the interception for Kanab.
Yeah, we're just too...
Going to be a late hit. You saw it come in there.
Yeah.
He was down before the last hit came in. And so move it forward for Kanab deep into Beaver territory.
So we talked about the fact that, could the Beavers afford one more turnover? Well, we're going to find out. Because there it is, 4th turnover of the game, and the Cowboys with excellent field position at the 42.
4 penalties for 25 yards now for Beaver. Kanab with 8 for 50.
This is exactly where the Kanab's last touchdown drive started.
Hand off to Gubler. Great pursuit by the Beaver defense. He'll be driven back for a loss of a yard to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, Maverick Albrecht just swallowed that one up. He was in the backfield, and Gubler unable to get free of the big fella.
2nd down and 11 now for the Cowboys. Play call comes in from Ozzie Williams from the sideline.
No rush for the Cowboys with the lead.
Right. To receivers right, Verosco under center. Takes the snap. Rolling to his right. Throws underneath, and that one's going to be caught by Williams. And Williams forced out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Yep, they're down in 3. Just a lot of space, but Brown makes a Williams makes a good job of going deep and then cutting back away from the defender as he goes on that out pattern. A lot of space. Good close by Carter, but just a great route by Williams.
Lurth nearly got a hand on it for the Beaver defensively, but couldn't quite get a finger there. 3rd down and 3 from the Beaver 30-yard line for Kanab. Anderson goes wide right. Whistles are blowing. Down to 3 seconds on the play clock. They didn't get it off. You said they weren't worried about time, letting that time run.
Yeah, they let it go down to the last second.
So Honey's Marketplace timeout, groceries and so much more. That's Honey's Marketplace in Kanab. We'll take the break. 8:05 to go in the 3rd quarter on the Beaver Valley Hospital scoreboard. It is Kanab 17, Beaver 7 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
State Bank of Southern Utah is not just another bank. We are your neighbors, your friends, and your local financial partners, interested in building long-term relationships.
When you choose State Bank, you invest in our community. Your money stays here and is reinvested in friends and family, building Southern Utah.
Each one of our 17 branches is staffed and ready to serve you.
Come and experience the difference of true community banking at State Bank of Southern Utah.
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Southern Utah University as we come out of that Honey's Marketplace timeout. 3rd and 3 for the Cowboys at the Beaver 30-yard line.
Big down.
Under center, Verosco pitches out to Gubler. Gubler cuts upfield, has enough for a 1st down to the 25-yard line. Great blocking by the Cowboys.
Yeah, great blocking. And then Gubler is he's almost good for 2 or 3 yards after contact on virtually every carry.
So a Lumber plus 1st down to the 25. 15 carries for 63 yards now for Hayden Gubler.
Yeah, having a great game.
Receiver goes to the right. 4 seconds on the play clock. Gubler takes the snap. Quarterback keeper off the left side in the Wildcat formation to the 22-yard line for a gain of 3.
Yeah, good pursuit. Toby on the tackle as Gubler goes off that left side, trying to find a lane. Yep, just good pursuit. Can have burning clock and yards.
Yes, they are. Down to under 7 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Receiver to the right is Brown. Wing to the left. It's going to move Gubler to the left. Frosco drops the pass, going to throw it up for Brown, and overthrows everybody. Davis Carter, a diving attempt at it as it goes out of bounds.
Smart pass. Brown not open on that one, and so is a spot that really not a lot of people could have taken that, as it would have been a jumping catch out of bounds to be a reception.
As you said, Brown not open. That's one of those where they just kind of throw it up and let the receiver go get it. Carter, though, in really good position.
Carter might have had the best chance at it.
The split swap out to the right. Williams to the left. Verosco going to give to Gubler. Here's the reverse to Williams. Ready to throw it is Williams. Nobody open. Just going to tuck it to run. Gets hit by Albrecht.
Wow.
Maverick Albrecht with a big tackle for loss, and it's 4th down for the Cowboys.
Boy, Maverick, full head of speed, and he's a lot faster than people give him credit for. And that time, that was a big hit on that edge. He had all the momentum, and I'm sure Williams is going to fill that one.
Loss of a yard on the play. Albrecht, of course, state champion wrestler.
Yeah.
4th and 8.
So no field goal unit in. That would be a 33-yard, 40-yard field goal.
Verosco in the gun. 2 receivers left. Takes the snap. Pressure coming off the backside edge. Throws deep for the end zone for Brown and goes over the top. Does he have it? Yes, he does. What do they decide? The officials are coming together. Brown came up with it. They're trying to decide if it ever hit the ground. Incomplete, the officials decide.
That is a huge call.
Must have hit the turf. Brown and Albrecht were battling for it. It's on the back of Albrecht right there. From that angle, you never saw it come to the ground. But
we couldn't see it. That was a great job on the camera and Walt on the production, but we are screened from that. We can't see. The ball does come out of his hands, though.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like two hands on the ball, so it does drop to the ground. Huge.
So Orton at the 23-yard line, quarterback keeper cuts back inside, makes a man miss, breaks another tackle to the 35 for a Riverstone Contractors first down.
So as we were watching that replay, just a quick play. This drive starts on the Beaver 23.
13-yard gain on that one. That's his best run of the game.
So that stop, that last drive for the Cowboys, that was probably a must stop for the Beavers. Maybe not necessarily that first drive was a must score, but that was a must stop.
Yeah, I agree. Orton will go under center, double wing, double tight set. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, drops the pass, throws deep to the right side, looking for Wolf, makes the catch, and he'll be brought down in Kanab territory to the 39, and a Riverstone Contractors first down.
That was a tough catch for Noah Wolf as two receivers barreling down. He's going to take a hit, and sometimes that you take your eye off the ball, and Wolf did not. Nice reception for the senior.
Gain of 25 yards on the play.
And you can see Williams wrapped up, avoiding that call.
Yep. First and 10, two receivers left. And the initial movement they weren't going to call. They would allowed him to get reset, it looked like, but then everybody else started to move too. And when a player goes and just stops, like, oh no, I left too early.
Yeah.
That's when they start to realize, oh, maybe we should have thrown the flag there.
Yeah, and that's the sophomore Cutler Albrecht in the game. So there's a nominee for sub of the game.
Yeah.
I think he replaced Lopshire, but I'm not sure.
First and 15 of the 44. And they're going to go early again. Make it first and 20 at the 49.
Yeah, the Beavers going backwards. That's 10 yards. Now first and 20. Tough spot for the Beavers.
Coach Marshall on the far sideline. Got to love the leadership on the line, grabbing the sophomore, saying, hey, you're good. You've got this.
Tough spot to come into a championship game, all the pressure in the world.
Trying to build him up. Let him know they trust him. Orton in the gun. Takes the snap. Moving to his left. Going to throw to Worth. Has the catch to the 45. Makes a move at the 40 to the 35. And gets forced out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Huge play for the Beavers near the first down marker.
Yeah, how about Emmett Lurth putting the moves out on that outside edge as he just made an inside-outside move and, made a player miss inside and then gets across the 30. That was huge. Second down and 1 from first and 20.
Yeah, second and 1 after the 19-yard gain. Orton in the gun, two receivers right, takes the snap. Quarterback keeper off the right side, great blockers in place, picks up the Riverstone Contractors first down to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, good surge on that right side, just enough. Ball at the 25. The Beavers have taken advantage of that play with, basically the play action where, everybody respecting the running ability of Orton. And then the quick pass out on the flat. Actually, the edge. Sorry.
And Kanab's been content to just stay way deep on
They are.
Even though Beavers had a lot of successful plays with that one, they've continued to play soft on Lurth on that edge.
Audible from the sideline.
Yeah. Orton goes under center, and a flag's going to fly. Yeah. The back was moving forward. So false starts piling up for the Beavers on this drive.
It has been a problem all season long. It's usually that's something that kind of resolves towards the end of the season, but it's been a struggle for the Beavers. The false start.
So first
They're
and
just
15.
excited about the play.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
That's right.
One of the problems with penalties is it stalls the momentum.
Yes.
You get a good drive going, and then you go back 5 yards, and you have to get that back.
And as we talked about, these teams the offense isn't built to get those kind of things back.
No.
Orton pumps, looking to go deep. Throws for the end zone. And it'll be knocked away. Grady Anderson with the coverage defensively over the top.
Right, super dangerous pass into triple coverage as the Cowboys dropped everybody back. Plenty of people there, just double coverage. And honestly, that was almost interception for Anderson.
So it makes it second down and 15 from the 30-yard line. 3:22 to go in the third quarter on the Beaver Valley Hospital scoreboard, providing high-quality health care at a community hospital price, plus maternity, home health, hospice, and more. That's Beaver Valley Hospital. You ever been there, Scott?
A couple times.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Orton takes a snap, got a good block, cuts back inside, uses his hand to propel himself forward for an extra yard to the 24 for a gain of 6.
You know, Beaver's in 4-down territory. It's still going to be second down and 11 or 10?
About 9.
About
Picked
9.
up 6 there,
Okay.
so 3rd and 9.
So 3rd and 9. That helps.
Yes.
From the 3rd down and 15.
And like I said, 4-down territory here for the Beavers.
Yeah.
So 2 plays to get the 9 with under 3 to go in the third quarter of this 1A state championship.
Touchdown here puts the Beavers back in the game. Makes it a very fun fourth quarter coming up.
Lurth wide left, the wing to the right. Handoff right side to Blackner, lowers the shoulder, broke a tackle, then gets stood up and brought down by Glover inside the 20 to the 18 to make it 4th and short.
And setting up a absolutely pivotal play with 2:33 left in the third. They'll be 4th down and about 3?
At the 23, they need to get to the 50, or the 18. They need to get to the 15.
Yep.
6-yard gain. Lurth goes wide left.
This feels like just all the momentum right here.
Yeah. Blackner splits left. Shotgun formation. Orton rolling to his left on 4th and short. Looks to run, gets hit, breaks the tackle, dives ahead, and he'll be stopped short of the first down at the 17-yard line. The Kanab defense stands up. Levi Stewart leading the charge with the tackle.
Yeah, you got to look at that first person who made Orton.
I think that was Blomquist.
Blomquist blew through 2 players. Colton Blomquist, the senior. And that really stopped all momentum of that rushing attempt.
Stewart and Baird who make the tackle to for sure stop the drive at the 17-yard line.
Still no score in the second half. Kanab with a chance. That was a huge play.
2:01. Receiver wide left is Brown. They'll bring Swap out with him. Shotgun formation for Verasco, the wing to the right. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolling to his left. Looks to tuck and run. And he'll be wrapped up, able to break the first tackle, then gets driven out of bounds at the 20-yard line for a short gain.
Yeah, took a shot at the end of that play.
Yeah,
He's
right in the
down
back.
on the sideline, yeah.
They pop him to his feet.
He jumps up. Hit hard by Maverick Albrecht right at the end.
Yeah, broke this tackle here that you can see, and then
he was in bounds.
The shot in the back.
It looked like it might have been late, but as you look, that Maverick makes the tackle, his feet still in bounds.
Yeah. So a 3-yard gain to the 20. 2nd down and 7 for the Cowboys. 1:51 to go in the third quarter. 1A state championship football here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports. Roscoe rolling to his right. Pumps. Tells his receiver to go deep. He has a step and overthrows everybody out of bounds.
And Albrecht again hits Verasco hard as he lets go of that ball. Verasco slow to get up, but does so. Watch this shot for those of you on Team Hive.
I love how well Verasco directs traffic, though. He tells Williams to go deep, and Williams immediately had 2 steps on the defensive backs. But as you said, with Albrecht barreling down on him.
Yeah, he did not have any extra time to set.
No.
So.
3rd down and 7. Anderson and Brown split to the right. Blomquist the wing to the left. Grubler to the right of Verasco in the backfield. Verasco drops the pass. Pressure off the edge. Got blocked. Hits it out of the right side. That will be caught by Brown, and he's right at the marker for a Lumber Plus 1st down.
You know, smart of the receiver to get, the one thing about a wide receiver is you've got to get to the sticks. You do not stop that route until you have enough for that 1st down. That's exactly what Brown did. He had just enough.
Needed 7, got 8 to move the chains for the Cowboys.
Great throw by Verasco right in the middle of the field.
Lumber Plus do it best hardware in Kanab with a Lumber Plus 1st down. 1:12 to go in the third quarter. Receiver to the right, wing to the left. Verosco stays in the gun. Takes a snap, gives the handoff to Gubler. Gubler cuts up inside, gets across the 30. Flag flies as he gets out to the 35-yard line for a gain of 7 if it stands.
Yeah, usually in the area of holding. He does move it back a bit, so it is a position foul.
And there it is. He will get the hold sign.
So that'll move the Cowboys back. Tough penalty for the Cowboys on that stalls their drive.
So it did happen 4 yards downfield, so it'll make it 1st and 16.
We did see Braden Johnson now on crutches, just to kind of let our people know that definitely not putting weight on that leg. Wish him the best.
2 receivers left, Brown and Williams. The wing to the right, shotgun formation for Verosco. Takes a snap. Drops back, hit, and he'll go down with a sack. Caleb Carter for the Beavers, a big play for the defense.
Yeah, Carter comes off that side, beats the block, and able to wrap up Verosco. Verosco tried to spin out of it, but Carter stays along and able to bring down the quarterback for the sack.
A loss of 8 back to the 14-yard line. So that makes it now 2nd down and 24 for the Cowboys.
They do have to get a playoff before the 4th quarter. There's about 1 second between the shot clock.
We're almost there. That's right.
That's right. Between the play clock and the scoreboard.
2nd and 24. Verosco under center. Wing to the left, receiver wide right. Rolls to his right. Here's the draw. Back to Swap. Swap bounces to the outside and just gets caught. Is it Carter again? It is Caleb Carter who made a huge tackle in the open field as the 3rd quarter comes to an end.
Watch this again. Carter slips as he turns, loses footing, has to get up almost off the ground to make the tackle, and just does so.
Big tackle for Carter, and that will be how the 3rd quarter ends on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. Kanab 17, Beaver 7. 1 quarter to go in the 1A State Championship on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
It's service first at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore, and they continue to increase ways to serve their customers. Service Drug doesn't just do compounding, but they are equipped to do both regular and sterile compounding. They can help you reach your weight loss goals with custom-made weight loss injections. With delivery to Nephi, East Millard County, and surrounding areas, Service Drug has you taken care of. Call 435-864-2545 with any questions. Dedicated to your good health and good value, Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore.
Ogden Superstore is your everything store, from furniture to floor coverings, mattresses and appliances. With the largest inventory in Central Utah of in-stock appliances, you can be sure that when you need a fridge or a freezer, Ogden's has you covered. Visit us today or shop online at ogdensuperstore.com, where big-time savings meets small-town service.
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
As we come out of the quarter break, after a 5-yard gain to end the 3rd quarter on 2nd and 24, it's now 3rd and 19 for the Kanab Cowboys. Verosco under center. Takes the snap, drops the pass, throws it up for Brown. Brown comes underneath, and it's knocked away. Good play defensively from Hazen Albrecht.
Yeah, did a really nice job of jumping in front of the receiver, not going through the receiver, but around the receiver, and creates the incompletion. Really nice play by Albrecht.
So 4th and 19 for the Cowboys.
Brown did a good job of positioning himself to get the pass interference. He slid to the side, sensing the pressure, and Albrecht really had to adjust to avoid the going through the receiver.
Wolf drops back deep to receive for Beaver. Just Wolf as they run 2 receivers right, and Carter comes up on that one. Verosco's with kick is blocked. Bradshaw came through and blocked it. Maverick Albrecht is right there on top of it, and it looks like it'll be Beaver ball at the 18-yard line, deep in Kanab territory.
The punt block changed the dynamics of this game as Verosco not far back, and then Jex Bradshaw, I believe, got up in the, we'll have to watch that one more time, and got a hand up, that ball down, goes out of bounds. And Beavers in business in the red zone.
We talked about that. Because Kanab doesn't drop him 10 yards, they can run through the center.
I'm not sure who it hit. We'd have to slow
Bradshaw
that down.
Was up there, but I don't know if it was him or not.
Might have been into his own player.
Davin Orton in the gun, takes a snap, rolling to his left, has a hole, gets down near the 10-yard line for a gain of 7 to make it 2nd and 3.
Boy, that changes the complexion of this game. 17-7, the Beavers with the short field. A touchdown here, got a 3-point ball game.
Yeah, this is their first short field. Their best field position other than this was when their first drive when they started at the 47.
That is it.
2nd and 3 from the Kanab 10-yard line. Orton in the gun, 2 receivers left, takes a snap, keeps it himself to the right side, ran into his teammate, and the hole closed in a hurry. No gain on the carry.
Yeah, it did. Orton tried to push his own guy out of the way, but no gain on the play.
21 carries for 75 yards now for Davin Orton. 3rd and 3 from the Kanab 10. Two receivers left. Orton, quarterback keeper off the left side, has the first down, lowers the shoulder inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. A Riverstone Contractors first down.
That's your fullback quarterback going off that left side, just running over people as he drops that shoulder and inside the 5.
1st and goal from the 3. As they approach the Glaziers Family Market end zone with 10:32 to go in the game.
High drama from SUU.
What else would we expect?
Yeah. I would have it no other way.
Yeah.
I mean.
Orton goes under center, double tight, double wing set. Hard count and got Kanab to jump, move it half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, not a huge amount, but it's enough. That's about 1.5 yards on the penalty, so just that much closer. Every yard matters inside. Ball down to the 1.5.
10 penalties now for 62 yards on Kanab.
So, I think you're going to see Davin Orton again.
I think so.
I don't think you'll.
I think that's a good call.
Blackner or Bradshaw, either one can run that as well.
Yes.
But if you don't have to do the exchange, you can just let your quarterback drive in.
Orton, quarterback sneak, spins into the end zone. Nope, just short. It looked like the first spin got him in, but they stood him up right on the line.
Someone hits him on the spin, which doesn't allow him to finish that up. So he spins, and
right
there it was.
Cannon Verosco.
21, yep, Verosco. We've called his name a few times.
Yes.
The junior.
So 2nd and goal from just inside the 1-yard line.
That big defensive front for the Kanab Cowboys.
Deegan Allen up front, sophomore, right on the center. Orton now in the gun, takes a snap, quarterback keeper right side, into the end zone, touchdown, Beaver.
Wow. Comes down to a one-score game, 17-13. And, 9 minutes and 4 seconds, we've got ourselves a ball game here at SUU. Wow. Real change of fortunes.
Yeah. 24 carries now for Davin Orton, 83 yards and that touchdown. Emmett Lurth on for the extra point attempt. Try to make it a 3-point game. Snap is good, hold is down, and the kick is wide left. So with 9:04 to go in the 1A state championship on the Beaver Valley Hospital scoreboard, Kanab 17, Beaver 13 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Ebenezer, you have yet a chance to escape my fate. Am I destined to end up in chains like you, Jacob? Worse, without triple rewards, but you can still change your destiny with the Mountain America Rewards credit card.
With a Mountain America Rewards credit card, earn 3 times the points on every dollar spent until the stroke of midnight on December 31st.
Triple rewards are better than I thought.
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
9:04 to go on the 1A state championship here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports at Southern Utah University. The Beavers take advantage of a Kanab turnover on a blocked punt.
Yeah,
it's essentially a turnover on a blocked punt, and they put one in the end zone to make it a 4-point game after the missed PAT. 17-13, Kanab in front.
Plenty of time in this one for both teams.
Leo De Leon with the kickoff. And that one's going to go into the end zone. So Kanab will bring it out to the 20-yard line with 9:04 to go, leading by 4 in this 1A state championship game. And again, what else would you expect when Beaver and Kanab meet?
I know parents want a blowout. I mean, they want to have this done in the third quarter.
Not have
But as
to worry
announcers,
about it.
man, we love it. It's going into the fourth quarter, Kanab with the ball in the 4-point lead. I wouldn't have it any other way, as both teams have their own future in their hands. Whose destiny is it to win this one?
That's right. Receiver to the right. Roscoe under center, takes a snap. The give on the dive to Gubler. Got hit, bounced to his left, and he'll be brought down to the 22-yard line for a gain of 2.
On the tackle, Betancourt. Nope. Yes, it was Betancourt underneath.
17 carries for 68 yards for Gubler.
I think Beavers did lose Jackson Lopshire, by the way.
Yeah, we haven't seen him.
Outstanding lineman. And I knew that he was injured before the game. I talked to the coaching staff. They didn't know if he'd be able to go, and I haven't seen him much.
No, and he was playing well in this game. Before he went out. Roscoe under center, takes a snap. Gives right side to Swap. Swap lowers the shoulder to go through 2 defenders across the 25 to the 27.
Those yards after contact were critical in this one because it changed from a 2nd and 6 to a 2nd and 4. I'm sorry, 3rd and 4. And it was huge.
Kanab still content to let time wind down with the lead, 17-13, approaching 8 minutes to go in the game.
You can hear the crowd noises change to a little bit of anxiety.
As we have the crowd mic right above the Kanab section.
Right.
Roscoe under center, receiver to the left, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, drops the pass, throws across the middle. That's going to be caught by Gubler. Makes a man miss to the 40-yard line, 45-50 into Beaver territory. To the 35-30, Wolf can't bring him down, but forces him out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Gubler, he did a really good job of coming up the middle. There was a blown assignment right there at the linebackers, and then he makes the Beavers pay by going all the way across the field. It's just not there. Gubler makes a nice step back, makes 2 people miss. Now it's off to the races on the sideline. Wolf did a good job of not allowing Gubler to cut back inside.
49 yards on the play to the Beaver 24.
Huge play for the Cowboys.
Puts Verosco over 100 passing yards on the game. Under center, takes a snap. Handoff comes to the near side. Latimer Glover with it out of the tight end position. A flag flies on the play as he gets brought down inside the 15.
Yeah, it looks like it's in the area of a hold. Yeah, it was just a tackle, actually.
Yep.
And those are hard because those are so far behind the play.
Yep.
That you tell your lineman oh, don't. So far behind the play.
And it happened a yard deep, so in the backfield, so it'll just be from the line of scrimmage back to the 34-yard line is where that will take it. That's the 11th penalty on Kanab.
Yeah, that's a lot.
For 72 yards.
Yeah, too many for the Cowboys.
7 for 40 for the Beavers. Theirs are just pretty much false starts.
Yeah, no, it is. It's all false starts for the Beavers and some tough ones for the Cowboys.
1st and 20 now for Kanab at their Beaver 34. Verosco drops the pass. Pressure coming. Throws underneath. Has a man wide open. Brown makes the catch. Went back a yard or 2 as he's brought down by, is that Davis Carter with the tackle?
Yeah. Looks like Wolf.
Or Wolf with the tackle.
Yeah, Wolf does a really nice job with the open field tackle and saves a lot of yards. Does get back to the original line of scrimmage or close? 13,
about a gain of 7,
back.
yep.
Yeah. 6:59 left in the game.
4 catches for 59 yards for Kyle Brown.
In the first game, it was that flat that the Cowboys exploited in the Beavers, this exact type of thing. Now, we haven't seen it most of the game, but now they're really attacking that flat.
Roscoe drops the pass. Pumps, now throws underneath. That's going to be caught by Gubler, and Gubler gets spun around and brought down to the 20-yard line for a nice gain to make it manageable now for the Cowboys.
Yep, 3rd down and about 6 yards to go. Ball right at the red zone. Nose of the ball across the 20. Kanab taking their time. 6:24 left.
So we mentioned this off the air, but if they get stopped here, they do have Ray Capson that is capable of kicking a deeper field goal or a decent length field goal. The wind is blowing against him, which will come into play here. But that missed extra point, a field goal makes it a 7-point game instead of a 6.
It does. Here's a hand up the middle.
Left side, Deegan Swamp. He's going to get the Lumber Plus first down to the 13-yard line.
That's what I've been talking about. Those extra couple of yards right at the end as you keep driving, and allows that 1st and 10 for the Cowboys inside the 15.
A big run from Swamp.
You love to see that last effort, just every yard counts.
Imagine Swap will likely be that feature back next year as a senior, I would think. Gavin Glazier, sophomore that'll be coming back as a junior for the Cowboys. Verosco takes a snap, hands it off to Grubler, tries to, and as he went down, kind of got drugged forward to the 10-yard line for a gain of 3.
Yeah, clock continues to run down to 5:21. If Kanab could continue to just, I mean, in some ways, if they can score a TD, the slower they do it, the better.
Yeah. As they approach the Glaziers Family Market end zone, the highest standard of customer service, the friendliest checkers in Utah, and fantastic in-store specials. That's Glaziers Family Market in Kanab.
The dagger drive for the Cowboys. They start at their own 20, they're down to the 10.
And as you said, they've already taken over 4 minutes off the clock. Verosco under center, takes a snap. Handoff comes near side to Gubler. Tries to bounce outside. He'll be wrapped up. Albrecht got him first, Maverick, and then he got some help from the teammates.
Now Maverick just fought off a block. He was being blocked as he made the tackle. A really great, he just threw 2 players off and able to make that play. Cole Blomquist with a really nice block. Albrecht just blew through it.
Emmett Lerth was there to help clean it up. So makes it now 3rd down and 7 from the Beaver 10-yard line. 2 receivers split left. That's Brown and Anderson. The wing to the right with Blomquist. Verosco takes the snap. Looking to pass. Throws underneath to Gubler. Makes the catch inside the 5. Dives for the end zone. He's going to be just short, but picks up a Lumber Plus first down to the 1.
1st and goal at the 1. Gubler so shifty. Once he caught that pass, he makes a great move into the middle. He just releases. No one picks him up. He shifts, pulls over, 1st and goal.
So the Cowboys a yard away from taking complete control of this game. In control now. They're looking for complete control with 3:45 to go. 1A state championship football. Verosco under center, takes the snap, give on the dive. Not going to get in, about a half a yard for Deegan Swamp.
Yeah, right at the goal line.
Jex Bradshaw came up with the football.
Yeah, good job. Bradshaw comes back from the backside. And that ball is just about maybe a foot from the goal line. Clock
2nd and goal. Yeah, for Kanab, you're okay that you didn't get in right there.
No, it gives you 35 more seconds, 40.
We'll get under 3 minutes. Verosco under center, takes a snap, the give to Gubler, spins in the end zone, reaches for it. No signal yet.
Nope. 3rd and goal. What a stand. Yep, 3rd and goal. There's the signal.
That reach for it is what the fans you can hear wondering felt like he got in. And they're trying to show the white hat. The players, look, he spun and he moved the ball forward. But it'll make it 3rd and goal. But again, more time comes off the clock.
Well, there was a college play last week where a player extended the ball over and didn't quite get there, knocked out of his hands.
Yeah.
Lost the game.
The nose of the football, an inch away from the goal line. Verosco under center, takes the snap. Hands off to Gubler, cuts into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
What a drive. The dagger drive by the Cowboys. 80 yards, and they take almost 7 minutes off the clock. Just 6 seconds shy of that, and put themselves in spot to win this one.
Hayden Gubler with his first touchdown of the game. 2:11 to go, and it's a 10-point lead. They can make it 11 with Ray Capson's foot. Snap is good, hold is down, and the kick is through. So with 2:11 left in the 1A state championship on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. Kanab 24, Beaver 13 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Kern River Gas Transmission wishes the Millard Eagles good luck this season and reminds everyone that damage from others digging into a pipeline is one of the main causes of pipeline failures. Never guess where a pipeline is located. Whether you're a farmer, rancher, or homeowner, if you plan to dig, call Blue Stakes to make sure all utilities are marked. Call Blue Stakes at 800-662-4111 or the new national 811 number at least 48 hours before digging. Kern River Gas Transmission Company reminds you to call before you dig. It's free. It's the law.
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
24-13 is your score in this 1A state championship. The Cowboy crowd on their feet. They can feel it with a 2-score lead and 2:11 left. Ray Capson set to kick it away to the Beaver returners. Big return here for Beaver. Capson a running approach. Kick is away. Wolf comes up, takes it at the 9-yard line to the 15, 20, and wrapped up. But Glover and Williams bring him down to the 23-yard line. That's where Beaver will start their next drive.
Yeah, really no space for Noah Wolf as he goes that left side. Kind of goes on the weak side away from the blocking, but those two players there to make the tackle. Long field for the Beavers.
1st and 10.
So the Beavers have to air it out. There will be no time for running plays on any further drives with just those 2 minutes, 5 seconds left.
Orton will be in the gun. Gets the word from the official. And either Beaver went early or Kanab induced it. We'll see what they end up calling here as both players on each side went. They're going to call it on Kanab.
Yeah, there was a pause. You don't know whether that was, pulled off or if it just anticipation. This time it was anticipation.
Now the downfall for Kanab today, the 12 penalties for 77 yards, but they've been able to manage it with a 24-13 lead. Orton in the gun, 1st and 5. Takes a snap. Fakes the run, going to pass it out to Blackner. Blackner is hit by Gubler and brought down by Gubler. What a tackle from Hayden Gubler.
Yeah, Gubler wraps around the shoulders and a short gain.
They're going to give him the forward progress to the 30, so a 2-yard pickup.
False start on the Beavers.
False start on Beaver.
Yeah.
Move him back. So instead of 2nd and 3, it'll be at 2nd and 8.
Minute 46. Kanab starting to fill it.
White hat saying wind the clock.
Beavers taking their time out of the huddle.
Yes, they are. 2 receivers left, the wing to the right. Orton takes a snap, rolls to his left, steps up, throws across the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Had a man in Pender, but was under heavy pressure and goes down as he throws it.
Pender released late out of the backfield, kind of came untouched, and had Orton been able to throw that, Pender had some space.
So 3rd down and 8 now for the Beavers from their own 25-yard line with 1:31 to go. They will go 2 receivers left, the wing to the right. Orton takes the snap. Handoff, or he's going to keep it himself left side. Gets to the 30, hit by Gubler, and he'll be brought down to the 30-yard line for a gain of 5.
Now that'll bring up a 4th down. Orton could have just pushed forward and tried to get those extra couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and short. 4th and 3.
They're quickly out of the huddle on 4th down. Coach Marshall not using a timeout here with 1:10 left. 2 receivers right. Orton takes a snap. Quarterback keeper off the right side. Picks up the 1st down across the 35 to the 36.
That'll stop the clock.
Orton now with 26 carries. He's approaching 100 rushing yards in the game. He's thrown for 135. Drops the pass. Just going to throw it deep down the far sideline. Has a man. Lurth is open to the 15, 10, and he's brought down at about the 8-yard line. Davin Orton connects with Emmett Lurth, and they're knocking on the door of the end zone.
49 seconds. What a shot from Orton to Lurth. That's been a popular combination, and you got to give some credit to Grady Anderson, who busted down there and stopped the touchdown.
Orton in the gun, 2 receivers left, takes the snap, quarterback keeper right side. He'll be brought down to the 4-yard line on a 2-yard run. And I think Coach Marshall just used his first time out of the half with 39 seconds left.
Yeah, it does have 2 left now.
We're going to keep it right here. Davin Orton slow to get up after that run, but appears to be okay. That if we'll ask Walt to go back to that pass to Lurth. They had Lurth covered, but then the defense kind of released inside as Lurth stayed on the sideline.
Right.
And great ball from Orton. Yeah, you see the defense came in.
Had come up, and luckily, Anderson,
he lost his footing a little bit there, did Emmett Lurth.
Or he could have, or it would have been close.
Yeah.
That foot race.
Big play for the Beavers.
This makes it more interesting, at least.
That's right.
Right.
58-yard gain is what that was.
But the Beavers are going to have to score on this play. There's really...
Right.
The odds are definitely stacked against the Beavers, but they will have to score on this play. Kanab simply has to let a little more time run off.
Yeah. But
it's a lot of fun.
We wouldn't have thought they'd be able to get a pass like that off, and they did. So
yeah, they did.
You never know. 2 receivers left, to the left, Lurth and Blackner. Wolf the wing to the right. Orton in the gun. Takes the snap, rolling to his left, looking for the end zone. Flag flies, and it's intercepted by Ozzie Williams in the end zone. We'll see what the flag is. But the Cowboys feel like they've won it as another flag flies in the end zone.
So we'll see what these flags are. The one is the player spiked the ball after the interception.
It is going to be a hold on Beaver. That one is declined. The interception will stand. And the Cowboys, with 33 seconds, take over.
Yeah, lots and lots of pressure on Davin Orton, threw into coverage, and Kanab makes the play. That's the 5th turnover of the game for the Beavers.
So Kanab can end it with a knee.
Yes, they can. What a great game.
Yeah. 24-13. The Beavers were that close to making it a 1-score game, and then, of course, would have attempted the onside kick, but Kanab with the defensive stand. They're getting the Gatorade buckets ready for Coach Kornberg. He's pointing at him. He's telling him, get away from me.
Don't you do it.
Camden Cartwright trying to dump it on him. Kornberg's battling him, and Kornberg goes down. The ball was snapped in the process of that. The knee was down. Kanab and Beaver, the players on the field, high fives and hugs all around as the Kanab Cowboys are the 2025 1A football state champions with a 24-13 win over the Beaver Beavers.
And it's kind of fitting. I love the fact that came down to someone had to make a drive. And the Kanab Cowboys, to secure this championship for the Cowboys, they had to drive 80 yards in the 4th quarter for the win, and they did so.
They did so. You can't see it now. You got to look at it there for a minute. Appreciate our camera guys getting a good look there. Vladimir Glover ran right over to Braden Johnson. Braden Johnson left the game with an injury. He's on crutches now. And Glover went over and gave big props to the senior lineman that, of course, anchored that line this year for the Cowboys.
Yep, all season long. What a great game. 2 class acts. This was well played, hard-hitting affair.
Yeah, we saw some hits today.
Yes, we did.
And the Kanab Cowboys with a 24-13 win over the Beaver Beavers with their 10th ever football state championship.
And they moved us to now, let's see,
24-13 is your final as the players give high fives at midfield. We'll take a short break and come back with our Sunrise Engineering postgame show and also the trophy presentations from the UHSAA. When we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
CF Moto is just the latest addition to the Jorgensen's Power Sports lineup. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side or a quad, CF Moto has what you need and at ultra-competitive prices. So stop by today and see what all the hype is about. Located at 980 South Coveview Road in beautiful Richfield, Utah, or find them online at jhsport.com. And as always, you can text or call Jorgensen's Power Sports at 435-896-6408.
Being part of one of the most advanced power plants in the world, it's going to be exciting.
It's important that we're listening to our customers that want clean energy.
And so I love the fact that we can power our homes here in Bountiful, but we can also be thoughtful about the environment at the same time. The power revenue bonds are completely backed by the future sale of power, which saves everybody money. And so historically, we've had lower power rates thanks to having this resource.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support, your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, Fillmore Community Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
Hi, I'm Brady Nielsen, owner of Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta. We believe buying a car should be simple and honest, with no pressure, no gimmicks, and no surprises. We keep our fees low, and with the lowest sales tax rate in Utah, your dollar goes further. We've got a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, with a team that strives for world-class service with a hometown feeling. Come see why people visit us to buy their new vehicle. Experience a better way at Drew Bay Chevrolet.
Welcome back here to the Eccles Coliseum on the campus of Southern Utah University as the Kanab football team, they're in their warm-up circle. The fans, parents, siblings, grandparents, peers all gathered around them with those seniors right at the miracle being congratulated by their teammates and by their coaches for a state championship run here at SUU. John Oglesby from Southern Utah University and the Utah Summer Games presents the runner-up trophy to the Beaver Beavers. Another great season for Beaver. Yeah. 7 times straight going to the state championship. They fall here today, but another great season for Beaver.
Yeah, no, they can be extremely proud of the season they had. Worked through some adversity, a couple losses, and they did good. They did well.
And Brennan Jackson hands off the state championship trophy to the Kanab Cowboys as they bring one home to Kanab. Brogan Verasco takes it for the Cowboys.
Yeah, very fitting. The Kanab Cowboys, you talk about those 3 really strong teams in 1A, and they are now undefeated against those teams. 2 wins against the Beavers, 1 win against Duchesne. Undisputed heavyweight champions of the world.
Yep, that's right. 3-0 against these other 2 teams at that top of the pile in 1A. And the Cowboys are your 2025 state champions with a 24-13 win over the Beavers. This is the Sunrise Engineering postgame show, serving communities like yours all over the western United States. That's Sunrise Engineering. And as we take a look at the Cowboys celebrating on the field, we'll take a look at our final stats in this one. Again, we appreciate Brad James. He's here with us today, providing those stats for us. So, Scott, as you've got the stats, so let's take a look at what it looks like on the breakdown.
Well, on the breakdown, it's a little bit surprising. You would expect, with this kind of 24-13 score. The Beavers actually 344 yards of offense to 273 for the Cowboys. For the Beavers, 151 yards rushing with 193 through the air. For the Cowboys, 117 rushing, 156 through the air. Beavers ran 6 more plays than the Cowboys. Third down, Beavers were 4 of 12, but the Cowboys 4 of 8 of 14, which is really good on third down. And that was some of those big plays with some of your senior players there for the Cowboys.
You talk about the surprising on the yards piece. Kanab starting in Beaver territory 3 times, And then when they started deep in their own territory, they only had 2 good drives when they were deep in their own territory. So they didn't have drives that were long yardage drives. They had just really one that was really long, and then another one that ended up going 69 yards. And so the 2 drives that were long, other than that, short fields for Kanab. And we talked about that piece there. Whereas Beaver, they only started in Kanab territory the one time. The rest of it, they were at the 23, the 20, the 5, the 20, the 23, the 23. And so they had to go yards to get down the field.
To get down the field. And then those drives were stopped by the key stat of this game, which was turnovers.
Yeah.
5 turnovers, 3 fumbles, 2 interceptions. And that's really what spelled doom for the Beavers and led to the road to the championship for the Cowboys.
Looking at the individual numbers.
In a losing effort, Davin Orton had 101 yards on 27 attempts. Long rush was 13. Kanab did a good job of holding Orton down. Great day through the air for the senior quarterback, Orton. 15 of 23 for 193 yards. Sacked twice. Long pass was 58 yards to Emmett Lurth, who had 8 receptions for 134 yards.
Yeah, big game for him.
3 receptions for 25 yards for Bridger Blackner, 3 for 9 for Davis Carter, and 1 for 25 for Noah Wolf. And on the Kanab side, the champions, Hayden Gubler had 71 yards on 21 carries. 21 carries, that was a rough, workload for Gubler. Yeah. But through the air, Gubler had 65 yards on 3 receptions, including one big one on that big drive that made a big difference. Deegan Swap, 10 rushes, 52 yards, averaging 5.2 per carry, and Verosco with 6 rushes for 12 yards. Verosco, 11 for 16. He was spectacular. He was sacked 3 times. 156 yards for Verosco. Kyle Brown with 4 receptions for 59 yards. Gubler, 3 receptions for 65, as I mentioned before, including the big one in the fourth quarter. And Glover, some key receptions, 3 of those for 24 yards. Ozzie Williams chips in 1 reception for 8 yards.
So a big game again for both these teams. They both played pretty well that first half. Those 3 fumbles in the first half for Beaver that put them down 10 points were huge. Kanab took advantage of them. They got the opportunities they needed, and they took advantage of it.
They did. And, you've got to take what the other team gives you, and the Beavers gave up 5 takeaways. And actually, if you tell me before the game, in my crystal ball, I shake it up and it says, if I'm the Kanab Cowboys and I have 5 turnovers, it's going to be an easy win.
Yeah.
And it was anything but, I think. And like I said, I love how it ended, that Kanab had to go down and take the championship. And it wasn't given to them through turnovers. They did a drive all by themselves, a season capper for the Kanab Cowboys, 80 yards.
Yeah, that was a huge drive, 80 yards, and took nearly 7 minutes off the clock, from 9:04 to 2:11.
Yeah, exactly.
What a drive for Kanab to, as you said, put the exclamation point, not just on the game, but on the season.
That's right. And so the Kanab Cowboys, as they knock off the 2-time defending state champ Beavers, and well-deserved champions coming out of Kanab.
Let's take a look at our Kanab Drug player of the game in this one, featuring a convenient drive-through service, modern pharmacy, and soda fountain with ice cream treats. Since 1916, that's Kanab Drug with paninis, wraps, personal pan pizzas, and smoothies. Do you have someone in mind in this one?
I'm gonna. There's plenty of candidates.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Verosco.
I agree.
Would be my vote for that. I think through the air he was sensational. He managed the game extremely well. Also, he didn't put his team in tough spots. And I thought, because sometimes quarterbacks will try to do too much. Verosco did exactly what he needed to do, and so for me, he's my vote of player of the game.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I would agree. Brogan Verosco, 10 for 14, 156 passing yards. It made big plays. Yeah. I love how well he directs his receivers. Gets them where he needs them to be able to make passes to them, and made a couple of big passes down the stretch in the first half to get that 2-score lead going into halftime. And Brogan Verosco, that Kanab Drug player of the game for the Cowboys. But like I said, you can look at Hayden Gubler always, right? Deegan Swap had a big game. You look at Kyle Brown had big catches. We've mentioned this before. I love watching Latimer Glover play football. He had some big moments in this game. The line had to do their job, right? Everybody on the line. You can often, with both these teams, you can often say the player of the game is that unit,
right?
The offensive line.
No, you could, and actually, without the offensive line, the players of the game don't happen. And I thought the defensive line did a really good job against. No one really came uncorked on the rushing side of the ball for the Beavers.
On either team, really.
No, neither one. And so both defensive lines played a really great job, and it all matters. For in the outcome, the line matters. And we talked about line of scrimmage, and I think that last drive was the line of scrimmage. Kanab able to come out slightly on top.
Yep. Taking a look at the Beaver State Farm Insurance Player of the Game, Brent Stapley, your State Farm agent in Beaver, provides home, auto, life insurance in addition to investment annuities and opportunities for your retirement. 45 North Main in Beaver. Brent Stapley, a name you can trust. And when you look at the Beaver side of things, who do you got here for this one?
Well, I think we're going to combine the Subway sub of the game as a player of the game also, if you don't mind.
Two players of the game.
Two players of the game. So no sub of the game. We're going to go with two players of the game.
Yeah, Beaver Subway, ready to savor success. Your adventure starts now at Beaver Subway. Send your resume to beaversubway@gmail.com.
So on the offensive side of the ball, we're going to talk about player of the game. He got it last week. He's going to get it this week. Davin Orton was phenomenal again. He really overcame a lot of big hits. I'll bet he's more injured than we know.
Yeah.
But he came back. What a gamer. Davin Orton, your State Farm Insurance player.
Again, just a football player.
Really,
fun to watch.
Really good.
Hard-nosed, tough football player. Makes good decisions, makes plays. Another great season. Great game for Davin Orton.
On the Subway side of the ball, on the defensive side, it's got to go to the big fella, 64, Maverick Albrecht. He was everywhere, and he was one of the big reasons, along with everyone else, but he was one of the big reasons that the Kanab Cowboys really had to work for this championship.
Yeah, absolutely. Maverick Albrecht, another big game for him as well, as those two players both cap off their careers at Beaver. They've only played in state championships.
Yeah.
That's what they've done their whole career, along with that
straight.
whole senior class. And so a great season and a great career for them. And again, it is Davin Orton, Maverick Albrecht, those players of the game for Beaver.
Honorable mention, just Emmett Worth with a career
he had
game.
a big game.
You know, I mean, so yardage, 134 yards for the junior. He's coming back. But so just an honorable mention for Emmett Worth.
Yeah, but heck of a game, that's for sure.
Yep.
And again, it was a great game, great championship game here between Beaver and Kanab as the Cowboys get the win, 24-13 over Beaver on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard, providing care for the community with a 15-bed skilled nursing facility, offering an astounding view while delivering the comforts of home. That's Kane County Hospital. And again, our Beaver Medical Clinic in Houston's Trails End Restaurant score update, 24-13 the final. And this one, tomorrow, wake up early, 9:40 pregame show for a 10 o'clock kickoff in the 3A state championship between Manti and Cedar on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports from Zions Bank Stadium in Harriman. That'll be followed by the Milford Tigers and the Rich Rebels in the 8-player state championship game at 1 o'clock. And the final game of the day is the 2A state title between San Juan and South Summit at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon at Zions Bank Stadium. Again, Beaver Medical Clinic with offices in Milford, Parowan, and Beaver. Local doctors that grew up in Beaver County and understand their patients. And Houston's Trails End Restaurant. Stop in for delicious Western entrees and chicken fried steak with Bob's homemade country gravy.
I'd like some right now.
I would.
I'm
just more of the biscuits and gravy than the
I'm
fried
the chicken
steak.
fried steak all the way.
But man, that's good
Skip
stuff.
the biscuits and gravy. I'm going straight to the chicken fried steak, morning, noon, or night.
Really?
Oh, yes.
It's all about just the breakfast food.
There is nothing that I order from Houston's that isn't that country gravy on that chicken fried steak.
24-13 is the final in this one. The Kanab Cowboys, your 2025 1A state champions. As we wrap up our coverage here today, Scott, any final thoughts you have on this one?
Now, great game, great season. Cowboys well-deserving. The Beavers shouldn't hang their head. You know, I mean, I think for both of these teams, if you take second, it's basically you lost, and the season's lost. But the Beaver High School Beavers ought to be proud of what they've done. And then just to the Kanab Cowboys, congratulations. This team, you know, we've been watching them for 4 years, knowing that they were going to be a special group, and the success they have, not just in football but other sports, they have a chance to continue on.
Yes, they
in
do.
the rest of the sports. But congratulations to the Kanab Cowboys.
Yeah, great game played, great seasons for both these teams, ending in this state championship game here today. As always, we appreciate all of our crew to help make this happen. But, of course, Barrett Hilton on the Centricom side of things, not here with us as he normally would be, getting ready for tomorrow, but appreciate him and his support. Had Walt Kirksiak on the controls here today. Tyler Moss on a camera, along with Daxton Lovell in this championship.
How about that team?
Yeah.
Providing this broadcast. They did a phenomenal job.
Yeah. Great job. And then, of course, Scott Langford, as always, a fantastic job covering the Beavers and others all season long. And I appreciate you for that.
Yeah, thanks.
And Brad James on stats. Glad to have him here with us again this weekend. And he'll be there tomorrow at Zions Bank Stadium in Harriman with another great crew tomorrow for those state championship games. I'm Robert Lovell. Thank you for listening and watching. Have a great night and a great weekend, everybody.